Hey, it's another episode of Candace Michelle Views, where I give my opinion on what I am viewing on these mainstream media platforms and all that you can think of. So yeah, I wasn't planning on coming up here today, but it's a lot going on. Okay, I want to see the comments. Okay, it's people in here. Never hungry again. What's up? I'm glad you're here. And Charlene Moore, thank you for being here with me. Real quick. I just want to be here real quick. I don't really I'm really up here for too long. I'm not gonna be like 3 hours in today. But I wasn't even gonna come up here, but Tokyo Tony is on live and she was going in, right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do a twins slash rant video today because like she was just like egging me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to come up here and just rant and do a twins video on Tokyo Tony because she's a part of it too. Hey D, how you doing? Come on in. Whoever wants to pop out with me on a little late out of nowhere Sunday. I was like, I'm gonna come up here next week because I just like been lazy and I know I'm gonna do a little bit of cooking for Thanksgiving, not like for Thanksgiving, but since I'm off and you know it's the holidays and people enjoy themselves when they're off and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy myself too. But you know we don't really play with these holidays because these holidays is usually a celebration on you know how they done us so dirty. They like celebrate how they do us so dirty all the time. But I'm still gonna enjoy myself on the days because unfortunately that's the days they give us off for work. So whatever. But hey Jacqueline, thanks for coming in. So I'm definitely riled up from Tokyo Tony. She's still live. I'm gonna probably pop in on her live a little bit. I wanted to wait for her to be done, but she was taking a while and I didn't want to come up here too late. So anyway, just like you see the title, nobody beats the Wiz, bro. Like no one is beating me, bro. I'm really the GOAT. Like I'm really a January Capricorn, bro. Like I could show you a January Capricorn and it's really gonna show you a whole boat, bro. Cause like Tokyo Tony really think I'm mad slow. Like I'm gonna show you exactly who she is and who she plays. But I did also want to talk about Kanye West and how he runs off with my live. If everybody watches me, you know I'm about to tell you that he copied me because it's exactly what it happened. Wait a second, like I got my little dog like Martin, like calm down, Don't worry, I'm about like Kanye definitely stole. My dog don't like that Kanye stole from me. So this is like a little Martin episode. Like we about to figure this all out, right? Chill, relax. I got my dog with me. I'm not playing today, okay? It's a bear, but you know, I'm gonna make it seem like it's like a little terrier, whatever, you know. So anyway, we gonna chill though. We gonna relax until it's time. So yeah, Kanye definitely stole from our last live when I came and was talking about the sacrifice and how Jay-Z said it's for the greater of the good, and that's basically what the whole sacrifice. I tried to do like a whole sacrifice thing where they are aware of being sacrificed and know that they're about to do something or they're about to be sacrificed or whatever. So I guess Kanye ran off with that because he was a part of the live. And then he literally came out the next day. Okay, you're a Capricorn moon, so that means you all about your business. But anyway, so Kanye comes out with this video. Mind you, I did my live before Kanye came out like a day or two after and was saying now verbatimly saying his mother was sacrificed. He was never saying his mother was sacrificed before until I literally came on my live talking about how they sacrificed and that Jay-Z and all those people using the greater of the good. And then he puts in Jay-Z and Beyonce name. He like, yeah, they can't control me, like, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, he never said these things before my live. So I'm just saying, shout out to you, Kanye. I'm glad that you're stealing all my content and making it your own. Good for you. I'm glad that you watch my shit because it's common sense that every time I do something, the shade room is going to be right the next day saying, oh, hey, Candace, let me be mad annoying and show you what we stealing from you today because you don't got a platform like us. You know, and it's all good. I don't have to have a platform like y'all, but you know, my shit still get around. So anyway, so you see how Kanye is now coming out saying that he's doing Balenciaga with just throwing his logo on. And I got video of it. Where's my calm down, calm down. Not yet. Not yet. Calm down. So we're gonna figure it all out. I got my watchdog with me today. We're gonna figure all this out today on how they are scheming and scamming, right? And I'm gonna put Tokyo Tony into it as well because Tokyo Tony is on live going hard on Kanye, talking about how he sacrificed his mother and how he's doing all these things. But yet and then they actually act like she's not a part of it, but she's going in talking about the whole Amber Rose, the daughter, Kanye, Ray J, Donald Trump, but don't include her own daughter in it. Blac Chyna is definitely a part of that group with Tyga and the whole Kylie and Kanye and Amber Rose. They all connected. So it's hilarious that she thinks. And then she's like, oh, well, Kanye had the Baphomet shirt. It's like, your daughter got the Baphomet tattoo. So let's just understand that her daughter might be her son, in my opinion. Her daughter might be her son, in my opinion. And talking about Donald Trump's shoulders looked very feminine. She tried, Tokyo Tony just was on live. She's still on live saying Donald Trump's shoulders are very feminine. And I showed you plenty of times Cardi B's shoulders and showed you that she has bodybuilding, that she has that lump by the neck, like men, like upper strength men. She has that lump just like men. So just like Donald Trump has women's shoulders like Blac Chyna mother Tokyo Tony presented, I presented, and I have video footage of when Cardi B first came out of her having them strong shoulders, of the lump in my shoulders, showing that she has upper managed shoulders, upper strength shoulders, which is not on a woman. It's manly shoulder. So we gotta all understand what kind of games is really being played. That's why Blac Chyna has a bull head right now. Like a lot of these people are transmissions. And I got that from Gambino Familia. So shout out. What happened here? Oh, don't tell me I got shut down, bro. Can y'all still hear me? Oh shit. Really? Let me see if I'm still up. That's fucked up. Oh, they don't play with me, boy. YouTube do not play with me, bro. They don't. Okay, it looks like y'all popping back up. I hope y'all didn't lose me. I didn't lose y'all. Let's just wait till I come back up. Hopefully I'm still going. Yeah, YouTube don't play with me. They get real nasty when it comes to little old Candace. Because they want Candace Owens and they want Kanye. Con artist Kanye. Now taking the con off his name. They want Kanye to tell the fucking stories. They don't want me to be up here. Okay, like I don't know what happened, but hopefully everybody will pop that up. Let me probably try to get rid of some of these tabs, which would suck because the tabs, I wanted to show the tabs. Okay, let's see what's going on. That's okay. I'm gonna try to pop back up if they do. I'll try to make another one if they did cut me out like that. What happened? Okay, see, I'm back up. No, cancel. I want to stay. Oh, maybe because I said the trans thing. They get crazy over that trans stuff. Is higher than recommended. What? I don't know. It look like I'm still up though. I hope they ain't cut me off. Okay, still look like I'm up. Am I still good? Am I still up? I think I'm still up. Yeah, like you see there on play. As soon as I said that transmission, I didn't even say transgender. But okay, thank you, Jacqueline. I'm glad I don't have to start over. But you see what kind of games they playing? My whole laptop is affected. They done affected my laptop. They done took my iPad away. Like I'm just and then like everything else you could think of. So I'm just like hoping that I could do a little tiny video and get out of here. I just want to make 2 quick points. But yeah, I said transmission because Gambino Familia, you know, he did that in one of his videos and it had me dying because of the Shaquilla thing. And I'm going to go over Shaquilla too. I can't believe people believe it. They are never going to get me again after the Kanika. It's not going to happen. Like, I don't know how y'all really going to fall for that again. The fact that the girl name was Shaquilla Robinson and the girl that was fighting her, so called supposed to be a supposed to be, right? Her last name was Jackson. So you got Robinson and Jackson, right? And the Jackson girl supposed to have killed the Robinson girl, right? And I already explained to y'all about Jesse Jackson. When Jesse, Jesse Jackson's real name is Jesse Robinson, and then his stepfather name is Jackson, and he went on to take the Jackson name, and of course become into politics with the Jackson name. So I just feel like this is very symbolic, and of course, her going to Mexico right before Halloween, and then they say a nurse popped up at the room or something. The same thing with Kanika when they had it was like somebody with like a case like they're harvesting. You know what I'm saying? So she could have easily been harvested, and people get paid. I got videos of her father, Shaquilla father, on TMZ. Once you go and do a TMZ video, TMZ stands for the movie zone. So you understand that something sensitive, that topic that's so sensitive, very sensitive and very fresh, a very fresh, sensitive topic should not be presented on TMZ, the movie zone. You know what I'm saying? With the father not even being able to muster one tear up. It just happened. Her mother and her father didn't muster up not one tear. It was very Kanika sacrifices. I believe that they are selling organs, and that it just probably so happened that her type, whatever they needed from her, fitted the bill. And I found it very interesting with Gambino Familia. I would like to show you his page because I'm probably chopping his name up. But he did a quick video about it, of on his point of view, and he was saying that he believed the situation might have been fake, but the storyline of what they were doing is based on what would be happening. So I thought about that. I said, you know what? That's so true. So basically, it's kind of like a commercial. It's like, bro, come bring these people over to Mexico, and you could get away with doing what you need to do with these people, and you could get away with it. And I told you how corrupt Mexico is. Mexico ain't nothing to play with. If you don't know nothing like that, you don't I advise you to stay in the crib. In the places that I stayed, they had like little force fields. They had like tall walls where you can't even climb the walls. It is like barbed wire, because that's how I was like in Tijuana a couple times. So that's how serious it is in Mexico. So don't think for 1 second that Mexico is cool. And they said that if you try to go to them, it's like a lot of army troops that be like with like big machine guns. They just be driving around. They're like, even if you try to go to them and get help, they might shoot you on the spot. Like they might think they taking you somewhere. Your own U.S. Army acting like they taking you for help or whatever, and they be done got rid of you somewhere because they don't follow the same rules outside of the United States. Period. Okay. For some reason, the United States have certain laws and guides that they can't get around. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. It's like a force field where the things that happen in the United States is not allowed as the same shit that happens outside of the United States, the third world. We don't live in a third world country. We live in the mainland. We're living in the mainland. So anyway, and the people from that is indigenous to the mainland are the chosen people. So don't ever forget that. I had video of somebody on the Gematria guy, I forget the Gematria guy name, but I've been stopped watching him because he's super racist. He has some weird West Indian / French African, whatever you want to call them. They all the same descent, right? They're all from, French, from Australia, aubergine people, that comes from Australia, whatever, and they are British, West Indian, British, whatever you want to call it, like those Britain people that comes from the Bering Strait, whatever you want to call it, Solomon people, whatever. Solomon is just saying in Spanish one man, and they're talking about Jack anyway. So I'm not going to get into history today because it's going to take forever. I just want to make some points real quick about Kanye stealing from me, admitting about the sacrifice, admitting that Jay-Z and Beyonce are 100% a part of that greater of the good situation. And also trying to show you about Tokyo Tony as well, where she thinks she's giving out all this tea, right? She thinks she's giving out all this tea. She's a part of it. I'm going to show you how she's a part of it. She's infiltrating. She's Dominican. She's infiltrating like she's like a Negro from, I believe DC or whatever. Or wherever I think she's from. Where is they from again? Is it DC, Washington, or... I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. she's Dominican. She's Dominican descent. And this is what I be talking about where some people, they they pass for Negro, but they're not Negro. They're not from like directly Negroes. You understand what I'm saying? If she's Dominican, that means from she's not directly a Negro. You see what I'm saying? But at some point, the Dominican Republic used to be a part of the Americas, and they had some type of a connection before it was overtaken by the Spaniards from Spain, which was the French African Asiatic men. And you see Dane Calloway is going over that now with Christopher Columbus, showing you that he was a black Spaniard. And I've been trying to explain that to y'all as well, but now everybody's catching up with me. They're catching up with me and explaining it better than I am, because I am not no philosopher. I'm not no, I'm just a regular girl that gets a lot of shit because I'm from what got taken over. Like, I'm directly from it. I'm a product of it. So I experienced and I've orally heard a lot. And we clearly understand what we up against. So we just never get heard. We never come out forth. We're very quiet people. So I just wanted to always make sure that I'm just going to be the voice, because it's not enough of us to even come out and speak. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't, they mind their business. That's what good Negroes do. But guess what? I'm a Capricorn, a January Capricorn, and everybody know that's a very rebellious sign. Like, for example, if you tell a Capricorn to do something, like, oh, don't do that, a Capricorn is going to not only do that, they're going to do that shit in slow motion in your face. Like, nigga, not only am I going to do it, I'm going to do it in slow motion. I'm going to do it in slow motion, nigga. Like, I'm very rebellious. So anyway, right, we're going to get into what I really came up here to talk about before YouTube came and tried to violate me real quick, because they was tight. They don't like you talking about the transmissions or whatever, right? And I'm stealing your word, Gambino, because that was fucking funny, yo. I was like, a transmission? No, I'm done. That was funny as hell. But anyway, so let's get into Tokyo Tony, right? Let's get into Tokyo Tony, son. Like, one thing about me, you can't beat the Wiz, baby. You cannot beat the Wiz, bro. Let's check this out. Let's just go. I'm gonna go frame for frame of Tokyo Tony thinking she exposing people, which you know her and her son, aka Black China, in my opinion, her and her son is 100% a part of that same group she's exposing. Her son is a part of it. She's a part of it. At some point, Tokyo Tony explained that she was a high-paid escort, and she said it out her own mouth on Black China's show, saying China, she was there for China, whatever. But China used to see her. She's like, China used to see me go out in limousines and this and that on dates. So she already exposed herself that she did high clientele escorting, okay? And her son ain't no different, right? Let's understand that, yes, Black China has children, right? But when Black China had her show, um, remember the friend that went against her? This is all staged, right? But remember when the friend that no longer is her friend and tried to get her own little show, whatever she tried to do, but it didn't go nowhere. She said she been China friend forever. She been China friend for a long time. Like, I think they met at a strip club sometime, whatever. So she's been her China's friend for a long time, right? She said she saw China was pregnant, but never seemed to have the damn baby. Never went to a doctor visit with her. Never, like, why would you even say that in the show? Like, I feel like she said, and then of course she said as well, she never saw Kim Kardashian in person. That she used to Blac Chyna used to make her go to another wing of the house when Kim came over, and she only saw them like through the window or something. So she can't even say Kim Kardashian is a real person, and that other people are probably playing her as a role, whatever. And she can't confirm that Blac Chyna ever had a baby out her cootie cat. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because why would you even say, I don't, she was pregnant, but I never went to no doctor visit with her. I never got to see her have the birth. She wasn't around for the birth. She said the baby just popped up out of nowhere. So you just got to understand that these things, like, they could use those baby moons. They use the baby moons, gain a little fake weight, act like they getting fat, whatever, and then boom, they had their little adopted kid or whatever. So anyway, let's get into Tokyo Tony acting like she's exposing, right? And then I'm gonna expose Tokyo Tony. So here we go. So, well, get that like the bitch on Titanic. Okay, wait, not this part.
I was French. You had your hat on. You was proud. You was sitting like this live. You bitch up there leaning on this shit. Can't read ass bitch. I'm a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're going to gentrify Flint, Michigan. Oh. You see the connection? Now she about to say she got property there and all that. She got the whole.
Now, mind you, I'm talking shit now because y'all don't see what I'm talking about. So she's over here on her live. When she did this on her live, I said, I got you, bitch. Can't nobody beat the motherfucking Wiz, right? She over here popping shit about Kanye because Kanye just came out saying that he still got his deals with Balenciaga. He had an Adidas outfit on that said Balenciaga and said that his Ye 24, which equals 6. So his Ye 24 is coming out with Balenciaga and Adidas. It's all a collaboration. But he acted like they was not fucking with him, right? So now, boom, she's trying to expose Kanye like, oh, you never lost those deals. That you did buck breaking. You know what buck breaking means? It means and you know, bending over and opening wide, right? We know what buck breaking is, right? So she basically say he buck breaking and he never lost no deals, right? So here she is. Once she started talking about, and I'm gonna go over this. I'm gonna go over this too. We're gonna get into the Shaquilla stuff because when you put that video in slow motion. When you put that video in slow motion, yeah, we're going to go over that too. But before we get to corny ass psyop Shaquilla, aka another Kanika bullshit, right? That they'll never get me on again. I used to be like, Kanika, whatever. That was a long time ago, bro. And now that I know that every single body on a platform ain't shit, I don't fall for none of it no more. They all crisis actors. They all are actors. That Chris Sean girl, she been acting since day one. If you look at all her like videos and stuff, she has a lot of skits where she was like trying to audition for shit, audition for things. She looked way older than what she was saying she was. So these are all drug addicts. They all do crack. They all doing the sniffy nose. Okay, so we're gonna get into all of that, right? But let me stay on Tokyo Tony because I hate jumping all over the place, right? So anyway, Kanye West. Kanye West is over here bullshitting us, right? He bullshitting us around, acting like he lost his deals. But the reality of it is that they understand that they're not winning no more. They know that people are no longer buying the overpriced Italian sweatshop shit that they get from China. We no longer are paying for that. We're going directly to the cut. We're going directly to the sweatshop, which is the DH, if you know, you know, which is the DHG gate, which is TikTok. They all selling knockoffs that has the same quality, the same exact shit for way. You getting it for $50, you getting it for $100, same exact shit. I don't care how different it looks. And they always try to bring people say, oh, that's fake though. And mad people in the comments now saying, are you dumb? This is the same shit. Like, I don't care if it's fake or not. We just want the cute look. We just want the cute shit. So now that they understand that people caught on to game and they don't give a fuck about going to the store to spend $1,000 because they're getting it off of GHK and TikTok for $50 to $100 now. Now Kanye and them are all trying to figure out a way to still get people to buy something from them. You understand what I'm saying? So they think we fucking stupid, but guess what? If he's selling for $20, fine, because that's what the fuck you gonna have to do to make people buy your shit now. Because people buying this shit directly from China, the same place they get it from, but put it and throw their name on it. Now China just cutting throat. They just cutting throat. So anyway, I'm not going to get into that yet because Kanye West says it in the video how they're no longer relevant no more. He's trying to get he's acting like he's not with them. He's with them. He's trying to make black people come and still buy. But anyway, let's get to Tokyo acting like she's exposing Kanye, right? When she's 100% a part of it. She's 100% a fake character and a part of the crew. She's a part of it. So I'm going to show you her talking about how she bought property in. This is how I caught on. I already suspected her. I already had a suspect of who she was. But once she started talking about Flint, Michigan, I got her. So here we go, right? Oh, that's what they're doing. They're going to gentrify. Now you heard this ghetto ass bitch say gingerfy. she meant gentrify, but that bitch said ginger, like ginger. She said, "Oh, they trying to gentrify." No, gentrify. I can't even say it right, but at least I don't say ginger. I know it's with an E, not an I. But anyway, gentrify, right? So that's what she meant to say, right? So anyway, let's go.
You see the connection? Now she about to say she got property there and all that. She about to hold on to the property and tell her that's what the beginning was. But I might as well let it go play. Oh, okay. Where they buy property at? They buy property up Flint, Michigan, and where else? Minnesota and Massachusetts, beside Obama. Oh, they must got some underground tunnels in the house. Okay, I feel.
Now you see how she said now they got some underground tunnels in those homes, because I already told you, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, they all have like these big speakeasy underground situations. Chicago is full of them. Chicago has big underground places that they still use to do a lot of transportation of illegal things. So they make it seem like they was doing it in Mexico, but it's a really a big thing here in America. They doing a lot of underground tunnels, and it's like little trolleys that get them from point A to point B with all they the goods, whatever they're transporting. So anyway, she gets it. She understands it because she's a part of it.
Oh, what Tokyo Tony said is, Heather, what kind of building do you do? Listen to me, people.
Now listen to this. Listen to it.
What kind of building do you do? Well, right now, Tokyo, we do 3D printing homes.
3D printing. So you know that's the Chinese. The Chinese are doing 3D printing for a lot of stuff. They are just, it's like basically foam 3D printing stuff. So that's going to be like the new way to do. They don't know nothing about quality. They don't give a fuck about quality. And I don't even think they could replicate what we have done here with like landmarks in buildings that could stand everything. I don't even think they could even replicate that shit. But they always love to do cheap and quick shit because they don't care. So basically with Flint, right? So this is what she gonna explain some stuff, and then I'm gonna explain it after. Let her go.
How much would it cost to do 4 3D printing homes on a block? 2 on each side. Use a whole block. She said it depends. You can go from 78,000, and that's some, pretty small. Is that. Perfect. I said, I'm going to see you in 2 years. She said, okay. Giggle, not giggle. She giggled because she didn't know money. So what I did was I bought the property up in Flint.
So she bought property in Flint, right? She's staying on Flint, and watch when she talks about how she did it.
Because I want to tear everything down, figure it out, because there's no water there. Eventually,
boom. Now pay attention to that. She said, well, it's no water there. So mind you got to understand how they're gentrifying things. How they're gentrifying things, right? So basically she gave it out. You got to start not letting nothing they say go over your head, because they do advanced talking. Just like how I be like just talking and you might not really get what I mean. She's doing the same rambling, because people that know understands exactly what the fuck she's talking about. So basically, she's basically saying that they done got the people out of Flint. They got people the fuck out of there, so the property value could go down very low because there is no water there. But eventually, out of nowhere, it's going to be a miracle when everybody got the fuck out of there and they bought everything for very cheap. Out of nowhere, now the water is going to miraculously be clear again, and they're going to have to be, people are going to come back in, and the price is going to be sky high when they bought in at the value of the market when it was very low. You see how that works? Even she got in on the scam, right? So, boom.
That, do you get it? They do all that fucked up shit to get people clean out of there. Then they build back up and sell it for a hella good price. They make the value of the land low, and then they come back and when it's good water's back, the property will be super fucking high. So you see how they gentrifying, like she said. You motherfucker, wait. Mind you, this is Jennifer Lewis, bro.
I done gave it up already. If you didn't catch that, you're gonna catch it after.
My house is 1 block away from a main thoroughfare, which is the main street.
She said, "Damn." No, look at Danny. She said, "Damn, gentrification." I still can't even say it. Gentrification. I'm gonna have people call in eventually. So hopefully people do call in when I do get this number because I'm gonna have to pay for the number monthly. So hopefully people do call in and be free to correct my terrible fucking English. Like I am very ebonics. I'm super ebonics, but thank you for spelling it out.
On property. So it's been years.
Yep, they are. They're doing it in Mississippi and a lot of places in America.
I'm not knocking down. So you got to buy out.
So look, she wants to get bought out.
It's not intimate domain because it's not the government. I did my homework. It wasn't the government. It's concerned.
Do you hear that? She said, do you hear what the lady done said? She said, I did my research. I didn't buy it through government. She didn't buy her property, her land through government. She bought it through private reserve. Okay? Like she's going to say like the Federal Reserve. Because mind you, our money and stuff comes from the Federal Reserve, which is private. That's our reserve. And it's private. It's not government owned. So catch it again. Catch it again.
So you got to buy out businesswoman. But these people think it's my property at ISO. It's not intimate domain because it's not the government. I did my homework.
It's not in their domain. That means can't touch me. You understand? Can't touch this. No. Look, you gotta pay attention.
So you got to buy out businesswoman. But these people think it's my property at ISO. It's not intimate domain because it's not the government. I did my homework. It wasn't the government. It's private. Listen. Federal Reserve is private. Boom. Okay. Just like the Federal Reserve is private. Can y'all not catch that? It's not what their property. If y'all not catching, y'all not catching. This ain't no dumb fucking woman. This is a strategic. These people play different roles. Motherfucking dollars.
She said she paid 30. She paid 30,000 for a whole street. And watch how she go in talking about how big the property. She don't even know how much woods, like backyard. You know how like you go to the backyard, you don't know how much woods, like how Kwame Brown has like all this property. So you understand how they getting property for 30. She's saying she got a whole block in mad property for 30 stacks because of what they did with the water over there. So anyway,
for a whole street because the water was bad. That they all had to go. Flint block, bitch. They're pretty long. And back, and then I have to cut the woods there because I have to see how far back the property go. Just with the eyesight was enough. But how much more back? I don't plan on living in no motherfucking Flint. No time, no where, no how. Even if they fix.
So if you knew for a fact you're not planning on living in Flint ever, why'd you buy a whole block on Flint? So these people very much well know what they're doing. So you tell them you're not a part of something, but you knew that? I didn't know that. Where the fuck you get that information from, Tokyo? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So this, and then where did she get 30,000 from? She act like she begging her daughter all the time. They all acting like they broke. And these people are not broke. She's a part of that 10%, that 1%, that 6%. I don't know what percent she falls in, but she's a part of it. You understand what I'm saying?
It made it a Trump. So how the hell you knew to come and cop that property when the property value was super dropping low because the water's poison? Yeah.
She said I got other plans in my life, so buy me out, right?
3 to 30 million.
She said, now did you catch that? She said it's gonna go from her purchasing 30,000 to 3 to 30 million. So she basically saying she gonna make a hell of a fucking profit off of it. Because 30,000 to 3 million to 30 million, she's saying she could make anywhere between 3 million to 30 million once it's time for them to bring the clean water back and have all these quick houses built by 3D printing up. It's gonna be time to start selling the the land or whatever. And she just copped it up because somebody told her about that deal. So anyway, let me show you something, right? Once she did that, I said, hold the fuck up. I said, who else was complaining about Kanye West, right? It was talking about Flint, Michigan. I was like, who else, right? So mind you, the same person that talked about Flint, Michigan, you know, Black China Mother, right? She's always on the show. She's always on this show, right? So it's a show called Night and Day, right? It's a show called Night and Day. And Tokyo Tony is it's like some like cartoon. They're like some cartoon black people, whatever. But they never show who they are. So you don't even know if these people are black or not, right? But they act like these are black people, and they always have Tokyo Tony on as a guest, like exposing Hollywood, right? So Night and Day talks about Jennifer Lewis, right? They talk about Jennifer Lewis. They talk about Jennifer Lewis, right? So yes, yes. If you see where I'm going with this, you will understand exactly what I'm saying. Jennifer Lewis is playing the role of Tokyo Tony. Yes, the fuck she is, right? So mind you, now let's watch this, right?
Pascal show on YouTube to talk about her new book, Walking in My Joy in These Streets. Mind you, homegirl always come to the show. Black China's mother. She's always on this show. While talking with Pascal, Miss Lewis ended up expressing how she felt about Kanye, basically telling him to shut up and go sit down somewhere and get some help. In case you missed it, here's the clip. Look, you've had a little bit to say about Kanye West in your book. I'm sick of Kanye. I was sick of him before he did all this. I don't care what he's dealing with. Shut your mouth. You go sit down somewhere.
Now, why are you sick of Kanye before he even did this? She said, I'm sick of Kanye, and I was sick of Kanye before he even did this mess. The same shit Tokyo Tony is saying, right?
To his ass. But, hey, Kanye, my name is Jennifer Lewis. I'm famous. I'm as famous as you. And it does not excuse doing what you said. Go get help. The children are looking at you. You hush.
I'm glad somebody peeped that. They sound identical. They even make pauses. They do the pause when they talk. They be pausing the same. They take their time to talk, and she talks very aggressive, just like fucking Tokyo Tony. And I'm going to compare them. I got videos lined up. I said I was gonna do a twin video, but I said I don't want to do a twin video because I want to talk about all of them, or even the Shaquilla person. So we're gonna get into all these psyops, bro. This is all psyops.
I know what pain you're going through. I went through it. Do it for your children.
Remember, Tokyo always put wigs on and put a lot of makeup on.
Do it for the next generation. They gave you everything. They listen to your music just because you consider yourself a genius. A lot of people do. Van Gogh was a genius. He cut his fucking hair off. You hush now. Go get some help.
She said, "You hush now."
Go get some help, baby. Find me. Call me. Let me help you. Baby, so y'all can go check that exclusive interview out on the
Tokyo
Pascal
Tony
show.
is the secondary character.
On YouTube.
Take
Head
that.
over to the Night and Day CBD Hub to get your CBD.
Now, mind you, right? We're gonna go into the part where Jennifer Lewis talks about Flint, Michigan. Let me see where that's at. Sorry, I don't have everything ready. Jennifer talks about Flint, Michigan too. So these are not coincidences. Where the hell is that video at? I think they be erasing videos out of my phone, but no bullshit. Like, I swear they be erasing shit out my phone that I be looking like, where's this stuff at? And I cannot find it. Because I wanted to show you the thing where she was talking about Flint, Michigan first.
My joy in these streets. Yeah.
The hell? I don't know where the Flint, Michigan went. The one went when she was talking about Flint, Michigan. That's weird. Like, what the hell happened to that video? That's weird. No, I gotta find that video where she was talking about Flint, Michigan. That's weird. Like, literally, Jennifer Lewis was talking about Flint, and then here she go talking about she bought property in Flint. So I said, oh, they are scam artists in real life, right? Let's hope that this is it. Oh, come on.
Own every mile of the Hyundai Getaway salesman. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
What's going on today in this world?
Now this is Hollywood Unlocked. What you shared during that last conversation to be so special, it touched so many people. Your story has healed so many people who have had abuse or who felt neglected or felt taken advantage of, and then just to be able to rise out of it all, and not only put it in your book, but to emulate it in real life on the show. It really touched a lot of people. It touched me, as you know. I went and wrote my first book after I read your book and after our interview, because you told us at the end, go tell your story. So I had to get off my ass because I already knew they came back.
If you don't shut the hell up.
I'm so grateful that you're back. I love the fro.
Now you see how he trying to be funny about her hairstyle, because she takes this hairstyle off and put her wig on like Tokyo Toni with a bunch of makeup on piled up like fake, they do prosthetics.
So I cut it off. Well, here comes my little baby.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here she goes. She talks about Kanye in Flint, Michigan.
In this world, it will blow y'all off this screen. The shit I know. The holes and the caves I have.
This is not what Tokyo Toni just was talking about with the caves and the underground in Flint.
Crawled in all over the world and seen it with my own eyes. Having gone on the book tour of the mother of Black Hollywood and gone into the trenches. Having a book signing in Detroit, but going on over to Flint. I saw that dirty water with my own eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. Are y'all serious? Are y'all this slow?
I just got back from Flint. Yeah. I saw that dirty water with my own eyes. But not to my surprise, Flint ain't fixed.
Woo.
He said, woo.
Flint
The fuck is
ain't fixed.
So you bought some property? So she bought some property for $30,000?
And why did listen? I think that we had Amanda Seales on the show.
And don't this black boy look like Romeo for Steve Harvey show? But that's gonna be for another day.
I keep saying this line she said we're having an eruption.
And don't he look like Santana as well? They all play the same character.
Of consciousness. People are having eruption of consciousness. You look at what's happening with Flint. They're doing this make me over challenge or whatever challenge me beautiful on Instagram. It's like, no, let's do the Breonna Taylor challenge because our issues still are not even important to people. Like what?
Here's the thing. Everybody's got one job to do. Living on this amazing planet. Mm-hmm. That is to take care of yourself. Well-being. Alignment in your own skin, in your own soul. You know what I found out during this quarantine?
What's that?
I used to think I had 5 minutes. I got 1 second. That's what we gotta act like.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta act like the last second. Who you gonna call? Tell them you love. What's gonna be that last phone call? When you're laying up there with COVID and you know you got one more breath left. Who are you gonna call? Well, call them now. It's some short shit, y'all. I'm 63, and when I tell you, I am in love with life. This lockdown put a fire in my ass. An urgency. This is urgent. Our people are dying. This is immediate. Attention must be paid. Not only to what's going on outside of your house.
Yeah, so definitely the same people. I'm just trying to queue up Tokyo Tony, but I see my computer starting to act weird. Let it chill. It wants to take its sweet time. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, bear with me, people. My computer takes forever.
Black don't mess around. We different.
What's up, y'all? Master P.
It's Terino, aka Tasha Power.
Hey, Anthony Hamilton here.
That's what y'all know.
NightandDayNetMarket.com.
NightandDayNetMarket.com.
And get yourself product.
Beautiful melanated products.
Don't care. Stop trying to sell us shit.
Rituals. Something different. See, that man is reaching for something he can't get. Who is his family member? Name an uncle or cousin.
Exactly.
Any. Name one. He never has himself. See? Those people that attach to Kanye and shit like that, they don't want to be. They just don't want the drama. They don't want people to know. It's like no. You know, and because who he is, he's a control freak too. I told y'all this a long time ago. You know, Kim wants to get away because she want to do what she want to do. But bitch, when you married Kanye, you would have was what you wanted that dough. You listen to your mother, the wicked West. See. So that shit something right there.
Okay, I can't get them at the same time. I was trying to make them play at the same time.
Kylie is concerned, she's the only one. I mean, honestly.
Okay, let's stop because it's gonna mess up my little YouTube.
Stop. Before you do any holiday shopping this year, you really have to see. I'm going to show you one simple trick that'll save you a lot of money shopping online. In fact, I was able to save $350 this month shopping online using the exact same trick I'm about to show you.
None of them real
Do y'all see it?
Kids. But when I say my kids, I mean King, Dream, and China. When you take from their mother to my babies.
Do y'all see it?
And it's just simple.
Tokyo Tony has a lot of makeup on, piled up, and Jennifer is left with little to no makeup.
She got.
Look at both of their eyebrows. The same exact eyebrows, same exact nose, same exact cheek, same exact chin. Tokyo Tony looks like she has plaster, like a buildup on her face. Same nose. Look at the nose.
Gotta be pretty. Gotta be all fucking day long.
She was born there.
You don't have no form of real life. And that's why she kept boarding.
What you?
Because anybody else can be your guest bitch. See, Jordan had to be a guest because she came from a little.
And you're gonna be real
Jay and that's why they the girl on the red keep stank.
Now y'all should get the point at this. Y'all should get the point at this point, right?
my second book now. I'm starting.
Y'all should get the point at this point, right? Right. So now let's continue. Let's continue with and then now, right? So Jennifer Lewis, right? If you look into Jennifer Lewis history, they used to call her a hoe. Like they used to say she was having sex. She even said she used to have sex with all the men in Hollywood. So you got to understand that they have the same storylines, just like anybody else that I do with the twin videos that I do. Okay, like the twin videos is always the same storylines of these people. So you gotta understand that Two, right? Yeah, same exact fucking person, right? So I was watching her, and when she said that Flint shit, I said, "Oh, it's a fact now. It's a fact. It's over. It's over. There's nothing she could do about it." I said, Flint? I said, you bought property in Flint, the same shit that Jennifer Lewis be talking about all the time. She stayed talking about Flint. And now Tokyo Tony know the buy property. Now Tokyo Tony sounding like she mad hella smart. It's like, I thought you was a dumb hoe. I thought you was a dumb stripper hoe that begs her daughter and can't keep. Remember the Black China said she brought her mother a home in a car on the show and she lost all of that. Da, da, da. Does that sound like the same woman that lost her home, and then got 30 stacks to just buy into doing really, like basically like you know how like you do stock and stuff, like you do stock and you do real good like, do real good things with your money, like they call them portfolios and stuff. So it's like, when did you become that woman? When did you start getting portfolios and getting all these great business, getting a heads up on such a great business deal? That was being strategically done to Black people. You understand what I'm saying? Like fucking messing up the poor people just so the gentrification can happen and they could bring more immigrants and stuff in here from Russia, China, Mexico, and wherever. Calm down. I know. Fuck. Calm down. We figured it out. I know. Chill. We figured it out. We got them. Don't worry, Toto. We got them. We got all of them, Toto. We got Toto. We got them all. Okay. Chill. So yeah. So yeah. So like I said, that's the same bitch. Her son is a part of it. In my opinion, that's her son. And at the end of the day, okay, yeah. So at the end of the day, yeah, got you, bitch. I want to sit there talking about you buying Flint, man, talking about Kanye, and then Jennifer Lewis like, oh, Kanye. It's like, Jennifer Lewis, what the fuck beef you got with Kanye? You saying you 63 years old. Why do you even got Kanye on your mind? The way how she was coming for Kanye was like it was personal. So anyway, Tokyo Tony was talking about the video with Donald Trump and everything, right? So that's another thing. They are so strategic. They show you shit ahead of time. Kanye West always knew that he was going to run either against Trump or try to be his vice president. You heard it here first, that Kanye West is most likely going to be the vice president of Trump's administration. Like, they're going to both be running either against each other, but in my opinion, I believe he's going to try to be the vice president, just the same way as Biden did with Kamala. So, and it shows you here when she's talking about them.
Hand signals.
She's saying, so the song that Kanye did back in, I don't know when, I forget what year this was. Let me see what year this is, because this is predictive programming. Because they knew that Trump was going to run and Kanye was going to run since that fucking song he did, Famous, right? Now we understand why Trump is in the shit, right? So Famous, what year did that come out, right? So this is 2016. It's 2022. This is going to be a whole new term. They knew they was going to be doing this shit since before. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that they do things right in our face and make fun of us all day.
Who fingers move shaped like that? They know what they're doing for every frame. Donald Trump on his back, a feminine back. Look at his shoulders. His head, feminine back.
So you think Tokyo Tony is explaining stuff to you like that? Kimberly Dixon, I am going to look it up. Just give me a second, because I'm going to go into Blac Chyna's father, because Blac Chyna's father, he popped up out of nowhere, and they said that he wasn't even really a part of China's life. And remember, they had him on a show for like 1 second. I think she just had him come to meet her. It was like her first time or something meeting her father. The next thing you know, the father died. And I believe the father was a Negro. And they love to sacrifice Negroes and, do something. And then next thing you know, China ended up having a baby with Rob and stuff. They get promoted when they sacrifice. Just like Drea father, Drea black father, Drea Michelle has a white mother. Then out of nowhere, she was like, oh, I don't really get along with my father. And then remember she showed the father like on one of the shows. she was on, and the next thing you know, the father was dead, the black father from Philly. So we're just gonna have to understand how they moving, right? And how they really be sacrificing their own fucking Negro family members, and the white ones or the ones that's Dominican and shit always alive. But anyway, we're gonna get into that. And I'm gonna look up the father right after this. So mind you, she's making sure she points out that Trump's shoulders is feminine. Just to show you that when you're looking at these body types, it's no joke. It's no joke. If you got muscular back, you're not a female. And if you got a female structure, 9 times out of 10, you're not a male. So that's why she's pointing that stuff out. This is no dumb woman. This is Jennifer Lewis. Like, okay,
that's even better. The shoulders are just... Oh. You gotta pay attention. He's touching, showing you his back. You gotta watch.
So she's basically talking about the tattoos that he had on his back. It was like a devil skull, and it was something else, but I didn't catch it. It went so fast, like a crazy happy face and a devil skull. And then mind you, Kanye and Kim was in the bed with Ray J, and she said that Kanye and Kim was real people in the bed, and the other ones were supposed to be wax figures, but Kanye and Kim was really in the bed. So just to have Ray J in the bed as a wax figure, just show you that it's possible that Ray J and Kanye are the same people, and that's why Ray J had to be a wax figure in the bed, and Kanye, the real Kanye, could be there, but the Ray J couldn't be there because they are, in my opinion, the same people. So if they're not the same people, they're all in the same incubator baby, where they're like throwing like 3-4 kids out at a time, and you're able to put them in the same pods because they're literally the same batch. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes fraternal twins, they'll come out looking just alike. So they could come out looking like Kanye, Ray J, or like sister with all those. Or it's like 4 people that look like sister. It's the twins. Then it's that girl that dances, that Doja girl. Then it's the girl from 101, the girl I just showed not too long ago. That's one of the sitcoms. All of them people are probably all in the same batch. Okay, so anyway, and that's why Sister, the show was about twins that never knew they were twins. They were separated at birth, and then boom, ran into each other at the mall. Like, oh, you look like me, I look like you, and they were adopted parents. The parents have adopted them. So that was just a clear showing of how they moving, right? So anyway, let's continue on, right? So basically, she's saying that they all in the bed together, like they all work together. Have you ever heard the saying like we all in the same bed? Like they all in the same bed. You understand? Amber Rose, Rihanna, they all lie in the same bed. They all have sex with each other, and they all are in the same bed. You see what I'm saying? They all work together. So that's what all that shit really meant. And that's why it's called famous. It's called famous because they all lie in the same bed together. All famous people. And you see how he said, you mad because you ain't famous? You mad because we famous? Like, you mad because you ain't famous? Like, that's what the song was about. It's about basically saying you mad because you can't get in this bed. We all lie in the bed together. We all stick together like tightly. And I've been telling y'all that from day one. Like, would y'all still root these people on if you knew that you could never be it? They make it seem like it's so like, oh, I come from this town. I'm such a small town person. I'm this and that. And it's all fucking propaganda bullshit. And they always make it before they even turn 16. Like, how much suffering did you do? You made it at a young age. So this should be all bullshit. Like, they just don't care about how fake their stories are. They live such tragic lives. They all go to jail. Like, it's all fucking bullshit propaganda for you to just keep talking, just to see your reaction, to make you do what they do. No, you never gonna be a fucking celebrity. You could be a street level nobody, and they gonna use the shit out of you, and then you gonna go back home. That's as far as you're gonna get with them. They would love to take your name, make you do mad dumb shit, I could have played the fool for these people. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I'm trying to be in these groups or be in here or think I'm making it somewhere. And they'll use and abuse and hope you end up strung out on drugs and put you on a strip like Tevin Campbell. But, you know, if you don't believe me, if you're not a part of the group, go ahead and try to be a part of it and see where you end up. See where you're going to do a lot of stupid ass gopher. You're going to be a gopher until you end up not being able to be mobile for them no more because you're so strung out on shit. You're not going to be able to avoid the drugs. They're going to make sure you're on drugs so you can be around them, period. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, that's beside the point, right? Fuck explaining that. Because at this point, y'all should understand that it's bigger than trying to be a celebrity. It's now at a point where you got to understand that we're getting scammed out of our own private federal reservations because we're letting a government that has no jurisdiction, no reason to be in our private domain controlling us because we're letting them. We're not standing up for our private domain. You understand what I'm saying? We're not claiming it. So it's up for grabs. So anyway, that's the most important fucking thing that is important here. That's what my point of being up here all the time for free. Very low views. And look what she said about the low views. She said something about the low views as well that I wanted y'all to hear. Look at this. Uh-oh, my battery about to die.
16, it's 22 in this motherfucker, nigga. That's how big it is. And these motherfuckers are irrelevant. Every last one, they made their choice. They all going to jail. They all going to jail. They made their motherfucking choice. They're irrelevant. People like me.
So she basically saying they irrelevant now. So that's why they run into our platform. She's going to say they run into our platforms now and making it seem like we got low views and they get higher views because they don't want us to have no platform. So I already understand that. Even though I have low views, it's impossible for my views to be so low. And Kanye West and them are stealing my fucking content every time I do a goddamn live. Like they literally right after me saying, oh, this and that, like they came up with the shit. And I just did a whole 5-hour live about it. And then they'll come out for 5 minutes and just wrap up my shit real quick, because they got writers and they know how to fasten it all up in TV time. But anyway, you got to pay attention. She has that monkey shirt on too. So don't think she's not being strategic with this little monkey shirt on and things like that, right? It's all strategic.
You call crazy, your numbers make your numbers look low. They do.
She's a part of that gorilla game. So anyway, what she's saying is facts.
People like me, everybody else, you're going to be called crazy. Your numbers make your numbers look low.
Look, wait, let me let her start it.
Every last one, they made their choice. They all going to jail. They all going to jail. They made their motherfucking choice. They're irrelevant. People like me, everybody else, you're going to be called crazy. Your numbers make your numbers look low. They do all that shit. They don't want you to have a platform aside from them. Because if you do, you're going to bring all the power. See,
look how they all popped up on fucking YouTube, taking all my content and acting like my numbers is super low. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, we don't know that. See, they took that part of the book out. See, when they dried up shit, they didn't dry us up. We're going to get dried up in another motherfucking way. Not the way we think. Okay? Keep in mind, do your math. America wasn't part of Antarctica. It broke the fuck off. Okay?
It's not a part of Antarctica.
It took a fucking hour from Alaska to get to fucking Russia.
Boom! Did you hear that? Did you hear that? She said, pay attention. It only takes an hour to get from Antarctica to Russia. Look, pay attention. 7 to 8
hours.
But they'll tell you that it takes up to 7 to 8 hours.
Listen. Alaska to get to fucking Russia.
Listen to this.
It took a fucking hour from Alaska to get to fucking Russia. They'll tell you 7 to 8 hours. Okay?
Are y'all catching that?
So basically, she's saying that Alaska, not Antarctica. So she's saying that you get to Alaska to Russia in 1 hour because it's literally right when you look at the map. If you look up North Pole, when you look up certain stuff, the map will give you a different diaphragm of the map of the world. You can't just keep looking at the map at the regular map that I show you. Sometimes when you look up certain atmospheres, areas, right? Like the North Pole or the South Pole, they'll give you a different diaphragm of how you could look at it, right? And when you look at it that way, China and Russia goes right into the Hudson River. It goes right into New York, Pennsylvania. I think it's called the Erie Lake. The Erie Lake, right into the Hudson Lake. It all comes from China, Russia into. So they're not explaining how everything is like right directly there in that circle of the North Pole, and that is right next door to each other. They make it seem like it's that far away. in a place where it's like, oh well, they're not connected or what, they don't come up. No, they come over here because it's literally just a boat ride or a quick fly away from each other. And like she said with Antarctica, they make it seem like Antarctica is all the way, like Antarctica could be all the way down here, and they'll show what you call it all the way up here, but they don't show you the in between of it, the behind the scenes where it's literally still right on. I can't really explain it. I don't know how to explain that. Where it's like literally they don't show you that Antarctica is connected to Greenland. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's connected to Greenland. That's why it's so cold here and it's so cold here. It can't be mad cold in Antarctica and mad hot in South Latin America. South Latin America is right by Antarctica. So one part is super hot and then the next part is super cold. No, because Antarctica is really at the top. It's like literally showing you how it connects from the bottom to the top, like right directly on each other. But they make it seem like it's mad far away when you're looking at the map a certain way. But they have a lot of maps that show you different diaphragms of how it's mapped out. So you got to look at all the maps to understand how to navigate. You understand what I'm saying? You just can't look at one map and be like, oh, well, I got to go all the way over here. No, because if you look at the it depends on your pinpoint. If you're pinpointing North Pole, they're gonna show you a different navigation of how to get to places. So when you're looking at just the United States in the world, they give you one pinpoint. But if we're not looking at the United States and we're looking at certain pinpoints, they're gonna give you a different diaphragm of how you would get places. But they don't explain all the maps. You understand what I'm saying? And the maps is just explaining, just like how they have like wells, Scott, Edinburgh, like they are all, it's like explaining. I'm not saying that it may be a turtle or it may be a whale, or that is the mapping things out. That's the mapping shit, saying, hey, this is Wales, this is the Turtle Island, this is the with Finland, that's the back of Mexico. But they have Finland all the way up in Europe because it's connected. But that's not the real Finland. The real Finland is behind Mexico, where those big nose statues and all of that stuff was, behind you. So I'm not going to explain all that. I don't really want to get into history today, right? So let me look up Homegirl's father, Tokyo Tony's father. I do want to see him, father. And I already knew she was a part of something. Like they no one's stupid. You know what I'm saying? They think they'll pretend like we don't know who, or that they just come out of nowhere. No way. I don't believe that. I don't believe Tokyo Tony's father. Okay. And look at her I think her last name is Hunter. Just like Biden. No, that's his son name is Hunter. But anyway, she's definitely Dominican. I'm not sure exactly who she's related to. Her husband is Eric Kynan. It's not really giving me her father. Let me see if I could look him up. They just giving me Black China's father for some reason, but not Tokyo Tony's father. Tokyo Tony has a father. Sometimes you gotta ask the question different. I'm not getting that. See, this is why I want people to probably come up here with me, because they're not giving me anything about her father. Like, I'm literally looking it up. Maybe if I go into her bio. Yeah, they're not giving me anything. They see, like, if you look here, they're not giving me no information about her father. I don't know where you found that at, but if you have my Instagram, you can always try to send it to my Instagram so I can have it, because I don't even know. Right here it says there is no information regarding her parents, siblings, or childhood. They said there's no information about it. They said specifically her father named to be Jones based on her compound last name. She was born in October 12th. She's a October Libra. I already told you how some of them do anything, right? They said she started her education at Prince George Community College. So there goes George again. George, those names is always going to pop up in all of these propaganda things. George, Jackson, Johnson, this, that. It's always going to pop up in these, like the guy name is always going to be John. Or, if y'all haven't started noticing that. You understand what I'm saying? Or it's going to be Daniels, Matthews. It's always going to be like biblical names. I don't see anything about her father. They don't give any information about it. And then she's going by so many different names. Which one is her name? They said her real name is Shalana Hunter. I know her other name was White. How does Blac Chyna name is White? Where did she get the White name from? She says she's from San Antonio Domingo, the Dominican Republic. So she's not even born in America. They said she came here at 12. And she was, they said her daughter was Angela Renee White, but they said Blac Chyna's father name was Eric Highland. So where did she get the White name, the last name White from? So they're not even telling the truth about each other. Like, they just lying, bro. Bunch of lies. Because these are not real characters. These people come from the Dominican Republic, and unfortunately, those people are part of French. That's where the French conquered. That's the French. That's these people mixed with French, and the French is over here violating because French ain't even allowed to be over here. If you try to be polygamous, French and Muslim people believe in having more than one wife, but it's illegal to do that in America. It's very illegal. You cannot have more than one wife in America. So we don't practice none of the shit they practice here. And it's like a vampire trying to step over a threshold in the sun. Like, then they don't belong here. It's like them trying to jump over here as a vampire in the sun, and it's like they get burnt because they don't belong in this atmosphere. They don't belong in this America. Because we have certain laws and rules, and it's so serious that you could go to jail for trying to practice some of the shit that they practice. It's illegal here. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I did try to look that up, but as you can see, they're not giving me no information. But you can always try to go to my Instagram, and if you could find me, I put it up so many times. I think this is backwards, but try your best. If you want to look my Instagram and send it directly to me, so I could probably put it on my next live. But I can't get anything about her father. But I'm not shocked that her father is somebody, because she don't even bring her parents up. She always talk about her grandmother. Like, oh yeah, my mother, her grandmother. They don't want to talk about how they connected to shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I do want to go over the Shaquilla girl before I go, because I'm kind of a little tired, and I wasn't even really going to come up here today because it's going to be a long week. But I do want to go over the Shaquilla thing. Like, look at them, like Amber Rose, or they all as Amber Rose, Blac Chyna, her mother, and she looked like her son. I'm telling you, this looked like her son. This is what they do. They'll put their son up and make them that. We know that Amber Rose is from Africa. I believe she's from Cape Town, Africa. Amber Rose. She's from Cape Town, Africa. So none of these people are from America, but they pretend that they are. They put on all this, Blac Chyna look like she bleached her skin. And, that's a very Caribbean thing to do. Like, people don't bleach their skin here. But she bleached her skin so she could be a lighter tone to fit in. And then somebody said that I was bleaching my skin in, like, one of those pictures. That was just lighting. Like, I don't even use filter. It probably was just light. Like, if you put a light up or a flash, it's going to look a little white. It's just, it probably was the flash or lighting. But I don't even use filter. So I don't need to bleach my skin. I have, like, the same condition as, like, Michael Jackson, where I got, like, yellow, like, I don't know if you could, I would have to, like, it's like little yellow dots, and then I have, like, brown. Like, and when I was younger, I used to be way browner, and then I lightened up a little bit, like, like, tannish, but I used to be like a real red cedar brown, like, tree brown, and now I'm, like, a lighter brown than that. Like, I don't know, but it's not because I did anything to my skin. It's just like sometimes we have like this condition where I think a lot of Negroes have it, where they have like little yellow spotches, and then it starts to grow all over your body and you spot out or whatever. But anyway, that's silly, because if I was to lighten my skin, I don't think I would just still be brown. Like, why would I lighten my skin and still look brown? Like, doesn't matter, right? And I understand if I turn like high yellow, then they'd be like, oh girl, you lightened your skin. But no, even in that picture, it don't even look that light. So, relax. Like, they be trying anything on YouTube. Like, they be saying anything. I be looking like, girl, if I was a part of something, now I could be a part of something, not because I'm related, but because I'm mad nosy and I be outside. Like, I stay being outside, and I stay trying to be with like the most popular people. Like, if I feel like you're doing something and your name is ringing bells in the street, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me around. Like I'm just like I'm an earth sign and I'm a January Capricorn. Like I'm an earth. I feel like I'm an earth sign. I don't know if all earth signs is like that because I know Taurus and Virgos are earth signs like Capricorns. But I like to be. I like to know what's going on around in my town. I like to, if you big in my town, I need to know who and why and what you are. Like, what's going on out here? That's how I am. Like, I'm always going to bump into, and then I didn't realize they were part of groups of shit until I started hanging around everybody that's popular and starting to put starting to put two and two together that they all fucking know each other, do like different things, like do race, like they all Jamaican, Dominican type, or they all part of this like Catholic, or it's like a lot of stuff on how they all like a part of it, like, and they all probably like the same immigrant race and shit like that. I started putting two and two together my damn self, like wow. And then I started realizing that they use the Negroes and some Spanish people that are Negroes, and if a Spanish person don't know they're a Negro, if you got hair like this, if you not like this, but I have, if you got a little fluff, if you got fluffy hair and you got that Negro fluffy hair, you one of us. You we got some of that in you. You know, we in there. It's when you got the Asian hair where you could catch lice. That's when you don't. That's like you mix with more Spaniard. But some Spanish people, they don't understand that they're not from Spain. Like, you from over here with the Negroes. And Spaniards came and tapped that ass. And you got some people that got lice here. And then you got some people that got Negro here. And the Negro always pop out in your family because you come directly from the Negro any goddamn way. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that's why some of y'all got Negro family. Some of y'all got, just like Cardi B and Hennessy, how Hennessy was like, oh, look at my hair, look at her hair. And mind you, Cardi B and Hennessy not even sisters because Cardi B is Trinidadian and Dominican. I don't think Hennessy is Trinidadian and Dominican. I don't think so. They pretend they got the same mother and father, but it's impossible because I think Hennessy is just Dominican and Cardi B has already said she's Dominican and Trinidadian. So I'm assuming her mother's Trinidadian because she's always at her father's side house showing her Spanish side. But she doesn't ever really show her mother because her mother's more probably Trini. And you could look at it, you saw her mother before, you could tell she's probably most likely Trinidadian or whatever. So anyway, that's beside the point. I would love to show y'all Cardi B's shoulders, but I'm going to show y'all next time Cardi B's shoulders to show you just like how Tokyo Tony was showing how Trump has feminine shoulders. And I think Donald Trump pays Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump are the same people, in my opinion. But I think everybody already knows that, right? That Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump are the fucking same people. That's why they act like they had beef. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, if anybody is advising to vote for Trump and stuff, then something ain't right. They like all those Libras. No, but I like Libras. I have no issues with Libras. I just feel like Libras are very daring. So, like, I think if you dare Libra to do something, they'll do it. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, they have those kind of personalities. And that personality fits very well in the industry. Because they want you to be you want to do that? Are you willing to do this? Are you strong? You know, they'll gas you up like, oh, you ain't going to do that. That's they gaslighting. I think a Libra would be like, yes, I would. Like, you know, they want to be that person. And it's just like, bro, don't do it. But they don't understand that. I think they just more into the I'll do shit instead of not really realizing that some people gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? They're gassing it. They want you to do that on purpose. But anyway, I just feel like it's a lot of celebrity Libras, and a lot of these celebrity Libras don't understand that it's because they are the ones that will just go on and do it. Like, you understand? They'll just do it. And that's just people pleasers, all of it. That's just doing it, right? It's all into the 100% customer service. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I think that that fits them well. Like, I think that would be a great concierge or a great guide person where they guiding. But anyway, that's beside the point. I just think that it fits their personality to be in showbiz because they're willing to get the job done. They're willing to keep going instead of somebody else that probably will complain and be like, I ain't doing that shit. Or I'm not, they'll be like, yeah, let's do this. And that's great. That's a great mentality. That's great energy to have in showbiz. Okay, so it's just not a coincidence that, that's what her sign is. So anyway, so I wanted to show y'all. I want to go to Shaquilla before my phone died. Because once my phone dies, so do my little show. Because this show, it helped. Just like you see this guy just died out of nowhere. They like, oh, he just died. His name is Jason David. Like King David. And then J son, like the J son. Like J, like the word J and son. Like it's all subliminal. Because why would this guy just die out of nowhere at such a young age? And then they say, oh, it's from suicide. It's possibly from suicide. They can't even tell you what these people dying for. They just getting them off the fucking, they just killing niggas, right? And I believe it's very symbolical because the names are always biblical, right? It's not a coincidence that his name is Jason David, like King David, and King David's father was Jesse, which is Jason, which is Jack's son, and John's son, and you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, we're not even going to get into that because I told you I'm sticking away from history right now. For right now, I'm sticking away from history. So look at Lunel. Lunel is another person. I believe she's Dominican or something like that. She's Dominican. She's like from the South America. Here she goes talking about how she was a prostitute. And she talks about Cat Williams and stuff like that. And these people are all like into the sex industry. Just like Black China Mother, they're all high escorts. They all got to do drugs and be willing to get down, get down. If you're not getting down and you're not part of the big giant party of saying F God laws, if you're not a part of that, then you're not going to be a part of the group, right? So anyway, I want to get to Shaquilla. And I looked at her video, right? So just off the bat, they trying to make it seem like this girl is like from the South, right? They're like, oh, she's from North Carolina. I don't know if she's really from North Carolina because if you look at her features, that's why I always say that sometimes you got to bring features in it. And when you look at features, she doesn't look like an American Negro. She looks like she's part West Indian or something like that with the high cheekbones. She has these high cheekbones. She has like the bigger chest, smaller butt. That usually they're more bigger in the breast line and they have smaller hip and butt. And usually American Negroes will have more hips and butt and less titty and less boobs. That's just how the features usually go for us. Or sometimes American Negroes can have butt and boobs. But usually West Indian women, for some reason, they don't have as much hips and butt like an American Negro woman will have, or a Spanish Negro woman will have. We'll have more hips and less boobies, right? So that's usually how we're shaped. So just right off the back, I felt like them acting like she's from the South and stuff. I felt like that was far-fetched, and this is another scam just to make it like how Gambino Familia said. I feel like it's like a commercial. Like, look, you could bring these people to Mexico, get away with killing them, have the nurse come and get their organs, and then you be back home and you don't even get in trouble for it, and the parents could barely get the body back. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like look how much money the parents had to pay to get the body back. Now, how about you bring some regular ass Negro over there, and the parents, her Negro parents probably on drugs, probably locked up, can't pay that bill to get their child body back from Mexico. So you gotta understand, sometimes these could be commercials to say, hey, you could get away with this and you could do this, right? That's I know that this is not a real story, right? Because look at the fight. We're gonna watch the fight in regular speed, and then we're gonna watch the fight when it slows all the way down. And I'm gonna explain that. Watch, I'm gonna explain it. All right. So here go the fight in regular speed. Let's watch it in regular speed. So this is going to be the beginning of the fight in regular speed, right? Okay, so let's watch that again. Let's watch it one more again in regular speed, right? And we're going to slow it all the way down. Okay, so there's so many things wrong with that video, right? First of all, the girl never says anything. She never speaks, all right? Second of all, when they first started the video, I didn't get it at the very beginning because I just got this off of, but if you see at the very beginning, right? The girl was standing here and the other girl was standing here, butt naked, mind you, butt naked. And the other girl was standing here like they was waiting for the cue to start fighting. Because they were never even arguing. It wasn't even like they were arguing like, and then boom, right? It was like one was standing here, and then they got the cue, and then they went into play mode, right? They never were arguing. The whole situation was weird, Mrs. Smitty. The whole scenario was weird. Okay, you don't never. Who would just start fighting? It was like, oh, we setting y'all. You know how like if you was ever like to try to enter a gang, and they'd be like, all right, you gotta fight this girl so you could be in the gang, and then you line them up, and then it's like, go fight because you want to be in the gang, right? So you getting ganged in. That's how that fight started because it was no arguing going on, and then boom, boom, boom. It was like you stand in this corner, and wait, and then boom, you fight, right? Mind you, the girl was naked, right? So why wouldn't she be looking at the camera? She never looked at the camera, right? Why would you be looking at the camera like, yo, I don't got no clothes on. First of all, let me put some clothes. Like, she not popping no shit. Like, whoa, let me put some fucking clothes on first. You taping me, you this and that. She says fucking nothing. She just stands there waiting for her cue. They all waiting for their cue to get into this fight, right? Now let's slow this whack ass fight up. Every time you slow a fight up, you're gonna start seeing that this shit is wrestling. This shit is they look like wrestlers. You gotta think that, remember when Bow Wow was recently arguing with a wrestler and she was like, oh, you better check our resume and see how much we make. She making it seem like wrestlers make hella money. So don't be shocked that these people probably not some type of wrestlers. They all practice the same fields. They all wrestlers, prostitute, professional sex people. You know, like they all porn stars. They could do anything they want. I just recently was watching a show. It was like a movie with Lindsay Lohan on Netflix. It was like some Christmas movie. And the girl from Married from First Sight, they be acting like they real people. And she was in the movie as like an actor. Now, I'm not saying that these people can't be actors after they be on a show like that. But just understand, they was actors from the beginning. They was actors when they was on Married at First Sight. You see what I'm trying to say? She didn't even end up with the guy at the end. So a lot of these people are fucking actors. And anyway, so let me show you the fight or slow down. None of the hits were connecting. None of her hits were connecting. They were all hitting her shoulder. When she did that kick, the kick went across her face. You're not paying a fucking attention. None of them hits connected. Watch it in slow-mo. You already know I slowed that shit all the way down. I was like, hold up. I was like, let me put this shit in slow-mo. Look at this shit in slow-mo. None of the hits are connecting, bro. It's all bullshit. All bullshit. None of these hits connect, bro. Watch it. Okay, this is not the slow-mo. Wait. Now pay attention to the slow-mo.
So they've been knowing each other.
Look, these hits are not connecting. Boom. Look. Do you not see these hits?
It appears as though women in their propensity to do violence and be arrested and go to prison is going up. On the other hand, men, their propensity to do violence is going down. Just in the case of Black American men, there was a time we had more men in college.
I swear, I don't like trust me, you're not gonna see it clear on this because it's like a glare, right? Do it yourself. Go to the main video record it and put it in slow-mo. None of the hits are hitting her face. She's hitting her shoulder, and when she did the kick, after she kicked her in the head, right? She backs away from the fight. She backs away like she fell somewhere. When she hit her, she took her scarf off, she backed away then. It was mad dramatic. It was more dramatic than a real fight. Then after she took her scarf off and backed up, none of the hits was connected. And it was like wrestling. It's like with wrestlers, they know what they're doing where they're hitting, but they're not hitting to harm. With wrestlers, they know how that they gotta connect at some point. Like they be doing like stomps and they do shit so it sound like they're hitting harder than what they really are, but they're not ever doing anything to hurt nobody. That's why you didn't hear the girl. If she was getting hit the way how she was acting like she was getting hit, why she wasn't screaming or making no noise? She was going, oh, the girl didn't make not one sound. Not one sound. She was just like doing all this weird shit. It was just super fucking weird. This was practice. They all made it. It was very on cue. They was like 1, 2, 3, go. Like trust me, I didn't get it at the very beginning, but do it yourself and put it in slow motion, and you want to see none of these fucking hits are connecting, bro. Let me try to do it one more time for y'all. Now look at this. Look at the first hit, right? Look at the second hit. What the second hit did? The second hit didn't do shit, right? Look. Second hit did not hit Shorty. Look, look. Second hit did not hit Shorty. That's her shoulder. That's her shoulder. She didn't hit her and she didn't hit her. None of that shit connected. Right? So let's keep going. That didn't do shit. Look. That didn't look. I'm trying, y'all. This didn't do anything. That look, y'all really think this is hits? This is when it get weird. She runs behind her. Like, then look at this. Oh my god. Oh, I'm trying to, because you can't really see it. I'm trying to let y'all see it where she kicks her to the side. Her leg goes to the side, bro.
On the other hand, men,
You see that hit? The hit is not hitting her, but look at that kick.
as Black American men, there was a time we had more men in college or more men.
Bro, I don't think I can really see it good because it's like not a good footage when it's coming off my phone like this. My phone is very clear, but it's this computer that makes it look like it got a glare. Let me just show it all together one more time, bro. If you don't see it, you don't see it. But go do it yourself in slow-mo. You're going to see her going like this, like this, like this. And then she's going to hit the bitch back of her head. Then she kicks her. And you would think she did a full boom kick. No, she goes to the side of Shorty and kick her like that. And then she hits her one more time like this. But it's like taps. It's literally like taps, bro. I'm telling you, these are not real fucking hits. Like, check it out. Really pay attention to how stupid this shit looks.
University, so they've been knowing each other for some time. And what I see is female on female brutality. Check the statistics. It appears as though women and their propensity to do
She just fell to the floor on her own.
on the other hand, men, their propensity to do violence is going down.
You saw that kick? Do y'all feel like that was a powerful kick?
We have more men in college.
Are y'all paying attention to these hits in slow motion? Are y'all paying attention to them dumbass hits in slow motion?
University, so they've been knowing each other for some time. And what I see is female on female brutality. Check the statistics. It appears as though women and their propensity to do violence and be arrested and go to prison is going up. While on the other hand, men, their propensity to do violence is going down. Just in the case of Black American men, there was a time we had more men.
I'm gonna see if I could do it like bigger. Let me see. I wish I could see it better. I don't feel like I'm looking at it myself and it doesn't look as good as when I'm looking at it right here.
So they've been knowing each other for some time. And what I see is female on female brutality. Check the statistics. It appears as though in their propensity to do violence and be arrested and go to prison is going up. On the other hand, men, their propensity to do violence is going down. Just in the case of Black American men, there was a time we had more men in college or more men.
I don't know. I don't think y'all can see it. Just let me try to start it from here.
And their propensity to do violence and be arrested and go to prison is going up. On the other hand, men, their propensity.
Like, do y'all see she's hitting her back and not her head? Like, she's hitting the back. Then she barely fucking kicks her.
There was a time we had their propensity to do violence is going down.
She's hitting the back of her. Look, she taps her head. If she kicked the shit out of her head would have went like this. Her head went like this. It's like she barely kicked her. She's doing light taps on Shorty, bro. If y'all not paying attention to that, if she was hurting her like that, she would have been making noise. She didn't make not one sound in this fucking video. The setup about the fight, it was no build up. It was no build up to the fight. No build up to the fight. Then you know how these fights are fake because they constantly will give you 10 different stories. Once I heard the first story, I was like, oh, I don't know. But once they gave like 3, 4, 5 different stories for it, now the girl is a transmission. Now they could have did this. Now it's like 5 different friends. Once I started hearing all the story, now it's the second video. The second video got this going. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, they definitely was doing Hulk Hogan. They was definitely doing some wrestling shit. This was super fucking fake. Like, and then they show you, then they showing you pictures of her like she's doing model. It's like modeling pictures, like showing you all these professional pictures of her. I'm like, if they don't go sit the fuck down with this shit, like, oh my god, they crazy. And people really like, oh, rest in peace. You can't trust nobody. I'm like, no, but people swear that people hating on them. People want these stories to be fucking real. People want these stories to be fucking real because they want somebody. Regular people are so fucking retarded that they think people hating on them and their regular friends don't give a fuck about them, just like they don't give a fuck about their regular friends. They be sitting there like, oh yeah, because people be mad. You can't trust nobody. Let alone the person that be saying that be having like 15 friends. You look like you saying something, bitch. You got mad friends. Like, oh, you can't have no friends. Bitch be having 15 friends, changing her friends like drawers. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, they propaganda. Most of these people be immigrants trying to push that story. Once you see everybody under the sun push the story, like it be mad different outlets pushing the story. Then the father was on TMZ, right? Let me find that. Father on TMZ couldn't muster up one tear. He couldn't get not one tear out. I said, what the fuck is this? The mother too. The mother did an interview. She couldn't get not one tear. Look at them. They putting all these like professional pictures up of her, like all these professional pictures like of her. And then did you see her fucking funeral? The funeral was weird. She had one of them caskets where they put her pictures on a casket, just like how them 5 kids died. They put all the kids, 5 kids died. They put all those kids like pictures on their casket. They did the same thing with her, putting pictures on her casket. It's like a new thing now, where people are putting pictures of on their caskets. Like, trust me, this shit is all scamola. They throwing Kanika name in it, and everybody know Kanika was a whole scam. That's Homeboy's baby mother. What's that girl name? Little Dirk baby moms. We all know that she played the role of Kanika. Just look into the research of how they look like. Once you get, like, they had mad videos of the friend, right? The friend telling this whole story. Just like Kanika. Just like they, why would the friend come up there and tell a story, right? But they not giving no story. Like, you never get no story out of them. I mean, I listened to everything he said, and I'm like, I didn't get nothing out of that. He like, nah, man. I don't know, man. Because when I got there, man, that shit was crazy, man. And it's like, bro, why did you even do a fucking video? You're not even telling nothing that happened. Like, I'm not getting nothing out of this. I'm still confused. I still don't know if the girl's a transmission. He could easily say, hey, that's a female. They never clarify that up. They never say, hey, that's not a transmission. I say transmission. I'm going to use transmission now. Thank you, Gambino Familia. I'm still in your word. So, yeah, they never, he could have clarified that. He could have easily said, hey, she's not a India Royale is Kanika Jenkins. She was just in blackface, I think. Or I think sometimes it looked like India bleached her skin anyway. It looked like India bleached her skin. And her skin is given bleached. But anyway, yeah, so let me see the father, right? Let's do the father real quick. Look at her funeral. And then they say hundreds of people gathered to celebrate her life. Remember I tell you they celebrate death? And it's just so happened she died in Mexico, and that's where they celebrate death at. So don't let none of the shit I say go over your head, because this is a fact. They over here saying they celebrating her, right? This shit look like a ritual. This is a ritual. These are rituals, okay? The casket got her picture. The casket got her pictures all over it. All on the top, all on. That's weird. That's weird, bro. Like, I just feel like that's weird on the casket. The pictures, and like the casket is mad colorful. The casket is mad colorful. It's like a rainbow kind of. It's like a rainbow kind of color. Because I think both of them are transmissions. I think both of them are. The friend is gay. The friend was gay. I think both of the girls that was fighting with transmissions. They both got their boobs done. Yeah. So, and that's why their butts look so tight end. All of them have tight ends, right? So look at the father, right?
Don't know what this done to me. Just don't know, man. Just don't know. Just don't know. You know, I thought thought she'll be burying me.
Facts, facts, Mrs. Smitty, facts.
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to...
Now you saw that nigga talking about, I don't. Mind you, he got a mask on, right? And I think that it was a picture of them and they all had masks on too. Where's that picture? They all had masks on. Just to show you that they part of the propaganda, bro. Look, this is a picture of them all. This is her friends. These are her and her friends. They all got masks on. Now, mind you, everybody done took that mask off already. Mask is done. If you gonna catch the Coochie Pops, if you gonna catch the Coochie Pops or the Cocoa Puffs, you gonna just catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mask ain't, we already know the mask ain't helping you. So they all masked up, right? He got a mask on in his car. And it's all covering his chin because he probably got a face mask on. But these people are corrupt, bro. These people are corrupt. Nigga is like, oh, yeah. Now, his eyes is not even watery, bro. He could at least smelt some onions before he went up here. This shit just recently happened to his so-called daughter. And he can't even muster a fucking tear up on TV. It's your time to shine, nigga. Cry. Cry. Not try to cry. Cry. I want to see some fucking crying. And the people that be trying to cry, I be like, don't cry. Don't cry. Because when they cry, it be like 1 or 2 tears. And they be like, they don't even wipe it. I be looking like they not even trying to wipe that 1 tear because they know they can't get now 1 more out. So they let that 1 tear just dry up on their face. I be looking like, oh my God, they terrible actors. Because they got no connection to the shit. They probably had to do this interview like 5 or 10 times before they got a good take. That's the part I don't get. They be doing this shit like mad times. They be like, oh, you didn't say the right thing. You can watch this and they actually edit the video. Watch how they cut into an edit. It's like, why are you editing his video? Watch, you see. Look at it. Check this stupid shit out. I was like, this is so fucking fake, bro. They got like 5, 6 stories on what happened to Shorty. Once they get like 5 or 6 stories, you know that it's all bullshit.
Y'all just don't know what it is.
He like, I just don't know. I just don't know. I was like, what you don't know? Like he don't know the story. He don't got his story right. That's the fuck he don't know.
Just don't know. Y'all just don't know what this has done to me. Just don't know, ma'am. You just don't know. Just don't know.
When he's sniffling back, he ain't got no tears.
I thought she'd be burying me.
He's still sniffling.
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to... When I was there, edit.
You saw how they just edited? Did y'all catch the edit? He was talking about, y'all just don't know. They had to cut.
Just don't know. Just don't know. I thought she'd be burying me. Not me burying her.
What do you hope
now you saw that?
In this situation?
Did y'all see that? Y'all seen the cut, right? They cut that shit like, nigga, you ain't even crying. Let's get the question in. Then they had the director, the handler, come in. Like, you're not doing a good job. I don't know. They cut that nigga. Gave him some crack. They gave him some crack. Like, look, do some crack and chill. And we're going to ask you a question. We're going to get this back on track, right? Because they did a quick cut. They did a quick cut on him.
Not me burying her.
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to... When I was there, edit.
They had to get that nigga together.
They get charged for it, ma'am. And they go back over there and do the time. Because that's what they did the crime, man.
What? Why would he want them to go back to Mexico? He's like, well, I want them to do the crime because they did the time. First of all, it's not the time to be rhyming, nigga. Let's not do no nursery rhymes right now. This is not a good time to do no nursery rhymes. He's like, you did the crime, you got to do the time. I'm like, what the fuck? Is he serious, bro? Like, I don't know what y'all be connected to. I don't know how y'all be. I be seeing people on my time like, oh my God, this reminds me of Kanika. And it's like, y'all serious? Y'all don't remember Kanika had a whole... So I used to follow the whole Kanika story to the point where the guy that was doing the interviews was so-called acting part. Then next thing you know, he was on the camera. Then next thing you know, he dead. They had footage of him dying. Somebody had a camera at the top of the roof catching a nigga getting killed. Then the gay dude that was like, go Kanika. He ended up molesting his nephew. Like, bro, the whole story was wild. The moms had a video on Facebook that I can't even find today where she was saying she was about to come into some money right before Kanika died. And they all was wearing mad fucking purple. Just like at Shorty funeral, they all wore pink. They all wore like a hot pink. Like, these people are nuts, bro. I'm like, yo, these people hot fucking scolding mess, bro. Mad dramatic. Can't act for shit. Moms couldn't cry either. The mother couldn't cry. The father can't cry. They had to cut him. They had to cut him and get him together. Like, listen, bro, you doing a lot. You moving this way. Just stay still and shut the fuck up and just say this line real quick. Do the time, do the crime, and get on off. Get on fucking off. And we'll give you the rest of your crack. All right? Because these people are all on crack. Trust and believe. Remember I told y'all they was all on drugs and now they all admitting to it? Do y'all not see that all these people are now admitting to doing? Now they all doing this. Everybody doing this, right? Everybody's admitting to being crackhead and cokeheads now. All of them are showing that they do. They are out in the open about it because I done blew them up. I done said they all prostitutes. You already know Krishan. How was she making her money before? Bro, she was a money maker because they were selling that little boy butt out. She's a transmission too. They all transmissions. Anyway, y'all understand that they was prostitutes as children, which is very sad, but very true. They get these kids bonked out at very young ages. Like, a lot of these kids be having their mouths, like they suck a lot of pacifiers. And unfortunately, they are not just sucking pacifiers. Their lips are not looking mad raw or for just pacifiers. Kim Kardashian kids be looking like their lips are mad raw. Y'all gotta understand, I remember girls in the hood that used to do a lot of, and their mouths used to look just like that. Like, bitches' mouths used to look mad raw. And I used to be like, oh, you sucked the bad one. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people suck bad ones. Oh, yeah, and I got enough time for Young Pharaoh. Ooh, I got enough time for Young Pharaoh. Remember when he called me a bitch, y'all? Remember when Young Pharaoh called me a bitch? Because I was talking about him being with that Hungarian girl? He was on TV with a Hungarian, a hungry Hungarian, right? And he got mad at me because I said she's a fucking Hungarian. I called her an AI or something because she wasn't even moving. She wasn't moving and she wasn't talking, right? And I said, what is she, a fucking an android? And then he got the nerve to call me a hating bitch. That's what Young Pharaoh called. That's what aka Cat Williams, in my opinion, or that could be Cat Williams' nephew. I don't care how he's related to Cat Williams. That's how he got on with Nick Cannon, because him and Cat Williams is either directly related or that is Cat Williams. I know that's Cat Williams. He know that he's related, so he needs to just admit that. He watches my show because he called me a hating ass bitch. Why would you call me a hating ass bitch unless you watch my show? You and Golden Boobies. I leave Golden Boobies alone, but she's a Jamaican. She's a part of it. He's a Jamaican. He's a part of it. He over there talking about he marrying women so they could get their citizenships over here. You know, understand what I'm saying? It's the kind of shit they doing. Now, let me show you what happened to Young Pharaoh, because God don't play with his fucking favorite, bro. One thing about God, he don't play with his fucking favorites. And understand, I'm fucking one of them. I am like literally the person that I be telling him every fucking thing about y'all. I tell this nigga everything about everybody, bro. I be like, do you not see what the fuck happened today? God, Jesus. I be telling him about every fucked up thing I see, bro. So he sees a lot through me. And I tell him I told him about your ass feeding him that Hungarian bitch. And now look at your mouth. Now take a look at your goddamn mouth. Because you playing with God's favorite, okay? God has a lot of favorites and I'm one of them, alright? He fucked with me heavy, okay? He like to keep me right all to himself. That's why he don't want no relationship. He don't let none of my relationships work. He don't let me get close to nobody like that. He don't let me have my best friends. He want me to be solamente, okay? He wants me to be alone. He wants me to walk alone. You understand what I'm saying? So I can hear him clearly. All right? He don't want to never break this bond. So anyway, you messing with God's favorite, calling me a hating bitch, right? Your words, right? You put my little name up there so everybody can see that you was talking about me, right? You tried to put me on blast, right? All I did was try to warn you that that's a Hungarian German. I tried to tell you that was a Hungarian German, and you tried to yell at me for it. Because I got love for my Jamaicans and West Indies. I know we are directly related, but y'all just mad at us because God didn't choose y'all because y'all fucking negative, bro. It's the Adam and Eve story, bro. He tell y'all we righteous and y'all fucking crazy. You over there willing to kill, steal, and bill for whatever. And let Jamaican will tell you he don't give a fuck about nothing. They act like they super spiritual, but when you tell them not to sin, they be like blood clot. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not saying I have an issue with y'all. I know we direct bedrooms, right? We know we directly related, right? But y'all not of like Adam. Y'all more of like Eve. Y'all more evil, treacherous, snaky like. Y'all don't listen. Y'all not doing the right thing. And then you got the direct Adams like us that we are God fearing people. We listen and we try to respect our parents. This, that. We follow all God's and laws. Y'all motherfuckers do not. And that's why he put y'all on the islands with the coconut salty water, and we get all the fresh water. That's how it works. Nobody's saying, just like how we are Indians, y'all are on the west. Y'all are West Indians, going towards French, going towards the Latin Americas. Y'all are more French, Spaniard Indians. We are just primary indigenous Indians, okay? Y'all are West. Y'all to the wicked West, all right? So anyway, and that's why it's so wild over there. But listen, let me show you why God didn't play with me, and young Pharaoh should watch his goddamn mouth. And now he done put something on that mouth. He done put something on that mouth because you should have never been talking about me like that, bro. Like, is you crazy? Is you crazy? So now, young Pharaoh, I told you to stay away from that Hungarian bitch, right? Now, let me show you the Hungarian bitch first. Let me show you the Hungarian girl that he called me a hating bitch for, and I just tried to warn him, right? I just tried to warn him that he messing with a German, right? Let me show you her. Atten General, I don't know, Atten University. Okay, here we go. Here go the Hungarian bitch, right? Let me see. Wait a second, let's get there. Let's get to it. Okay, I can't really find all the videos for some reason. That's weird. Where the fuck is the videos with his Hungarian bitch? See, that's why I don't like doing stuff on the phone because I can't find it. Let me see. One moment. Well, look, this is her right here, right? He has Shorty in the video, right? He has some Hungarian. She got her hair pulled back now, but before she had her hair out like Shrek. She looked like Shrek from Shrek. I don't know, the movie Shrek, right? Only thing I did was try to warn homeboy, like, hey, you shouldn't be with the Hungarian Shrek lady, right? Because she's a German. She's one of the Germans, right? She's a Russian, Germanic, Mexican, I don't know what the hell she is, right? Asian, right? And he had the nerve to come at me sloppy, right? Now look what God done did to him. I've been watching Young Pharaoh for 2 years, right? And I never seen nothing ever wrong with his mouth before. Never. Never seen nothing wrong with his lip before. Wait a second, let me find it. I just had it. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. My phone about to die. Let me just finish off with this. I'm gonna finish this. This is gonna be my last. Okay, here we go. So this is what happens when you play with God favor. This is what happens.
It's bigger than Diddy on Friday.
Look, look at him creaming up. Look at him creaming up. He creaming up that nasty spot on his mouth.
This bitch built.
Look, you see it, right? He trying to put that cream on it.
This bitch big enough to be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the same damn time.
Well, he going directly on that nasty thing. I'm not gonna say what it is because I could get in trouble for saying something that I don't have no proof. I don't have no proof, but you see it. You see it.
Bitches are being tripped this motherfucker. They're being tripped at this bitch right now on no proof.
You see it. You see it. Look. I'm gonna stop it. You see it. Now watch your nasty little mouth, little boy, okay? Watch your nasty little mouth, Cat Williams, because you called me a hating ass bitch, And I told you to stay away from that Hungarian. And now she not even there no more. You done kicked her out the goddamn house. And you over there creaming your lip up. You over there creaming your goddamn lip up. Go ahead, put the cream on it. Go ahead and medicate yourself. Put some medication on it. Yep. Put all that That's what the doctor gave you? Is it gonna get rid of that Hungarian stink pussy you don't put on your lips? Yeah, he's nasty. Look at that. Look at that shit. That's what happens when you don't listen to Candace Michelle views. I'm only here to fucking help people, bro. I'm here to fucking help you. Smokey? Come on. Now look at you looking like a whole alien head with a Martian beam on your fucking mouth. You got a whole fucking pinto beam sticking out on your goddamn mouth because you ain't want to believe me that she's a whole German, bro. That these people are fucking, they come over here with the chicken pops. They come over here with the fucking chicken pops and you don't believe me. Now, when you was with Golden Boobies and all those other women, no one bothered you about that because, look, you didn't have nothing on your fucking lip. And don't tell me that's not a cold sore, because even if it's a cold sore, I already went to school and my teacher told me that's still the family of the herpes. So if you get a cold sore, that means somehow you got affected with the herpes. It's still a herpes, even if it's a cold sore. Unfortunately, a cold sore is the herpes. It flares up on your mouth just like the herpes flares up on your mouth. It's no fucking difference. Ask a teacher. Ask somebody about the family of the herpes. I think the cold sore is just probably like a mild version of the herpes, and then the herpes is something else. Now, I'm not saying he got the herpes. Don't come at me. I don't have no money for this fucking weirdo. I don't want him trying to bother me about it. I don't give a fuck what this is on his lip. But I know for a fact you could get like little pimples on your lips. Like I got like a little bump. I got like a little bump on my lip right here. Like little, it's not even like a bump. It's like hair bumps because like I ain't gonna lie. I got like a little tiny mustache. You know, I think everybody got like a little tiny mustache. And sometimes I get like little hair bumps or whatever. And you know, I be scraping them. Like sometimes I scrape them or whatever and they go right away. Like I just scrape a little bit. Like I scrape like this with my finger like how I'm doing it right now. And it kind of like, it's like a little bump that go, but when this right directly on your lip, when it's like directly on your lip line, that's not like hair bumps. That's the family of the herpes, bro. Unfortunately, you got it. So what you're going to have to do is try to fight it. You can fight it naturally. Them creams ain't going to do nothing but like stop the itching. And try to make the flare up go down. Now I'm trying to be serious with you, young phenotype, because you cool. Like I like young pheno. I just want him to admit that he's either related to Cat Williams or he is Cat Williams. He catfished me all day. If y'all haven't caught him catfishing me, he catfished me all the time and say little like Cat Williams lines because he know that he's catfishing me. You understand what I'm saying? He know Cat Williams lines better than Cat Williams. So that's weird. Like he know Cat Williams lines so fucking well. And that's weird. How do you know Cat Williams lines so well? And then when Cat Williams was in Texas, he had went somewhere in an Airbnb. So it's like, are you Cat Williams, bro? And if you not Cat Williams, are y'all fucking directly related? There's no going around it. There's no going around it. Tell me how you related to these motherfuckers. That name he got is a fake name. Marshall Daniels. That's a fake fucking name. The Marshalls in Daniel, like the book of Daniel. And then he's all like, he got himself out of jail off of a gun charge in like 10 months. So you already know it's either he Ratatouille Tutti Frutti, or he's a part of the game. He was in there on some 90-day lockup shit. They be in there on some 90-day lockup trying to get all the information and then be coming home. Or you know how 90-day lockup, they be ready to go home. They like, oh, go home. You a whole fucking fed. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Literally watch your mouth. Okay? Because when you talk about God's favorite, when you play with God's favorite, when I'm doing work for the Lord, yeah, you going to end up on some shit going to happen. And I want you, nigga. I want you. Now you over here looking like Dave Chappelle, talking about, hey, I got the herpes, and then that kid threw up like, the kid threw up like, oh, he's like, oh, I got the herpes. I ain't saying Young Pharaoh got the herpes. I'm just saying this shit don't look right. And you creaming it the fuck up. You put mad cream on it. You put mad cream on it, okay? And you got your head shaped all, you got your head all covered up. Nigga had his head all tied up. Ain't no, don't tie your head up now. But she gave you the lice too. She gave you some lice. You got the lice too. You know, we can't catch lice. When somebody got lice and it comes onto a Negro, they catch it on the pubics. Y'all know that, right? So if somebody got the lice, when that's literally worms. That's worms and shit coming right out their fucking head, bro. That's worms coming out their fucking body. The lice is like worms because these people need to be dewormed. A lot of these people got worms in them. I got footage of somebody saying that it's normal for people in the third world countries to have worms. So a lot of people in the third world country have worms. That's where the lice come. It comes from within them. It just like how sometimes we get skin rashes, because it comes from within your body. It's coming out your pores. So that's what the lice are, right? And Negroes can't touch the lice in their hair because they don't have human hair. They have like dog-like monkey hair, right? That's not real human hair. Human hair is as the God's chosen specimen, which is the Afro hair. The Afro, so you understand what I'm trying to say? So we can't catch the lice and stuff like that in our hair because we have real human hair. We don't have like dog monkey hair where they catch the bugs in their hair and gotta pick it out. Like the monkeys be picking that shit out, the dogs be scratching it out. We could catch that shit in the pubes, and they call it crabs. So if he done got that, I don't know, he covering his head up like he done caught the lice too or whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna go that far. But what I could see, he need to watch his mouth playing with God's favor, because you can't nobody beat the Wiz, bro. Can't nobody beat me, bitch. Can't nobody fucking beat me. Calm down, Toto. Calm down, Toto. We gonna get home. We gonna get home. We're gonna get you a snack, Toto. Stop, sit, Toto. And white people, do not call the police on me. I did not hit him. I'm patting him. White people, do not call the police on me. I'm not hitting my dog. I'm patting him, okay? I know how white people, this is not a real dog. White people, fake white people, Russian, Mexican, Latin people, fake white people. This is not a real dog, okay? I'm not abusing the dog. Do not call no fucking police on me saying I got a weapon because you saw me touching the dog too hard, all right? Like, go on now, tell him, Toto, I take very good care of you. I take very good care of this dog. So anyway, we have figured everything out tonight. I think that's enough for today. Young Pharaoh, listen to me when I talk to you, and do not call me a goddamn hating bitch, because did that sound like I was hating, or does it sound like I was trying to fucking savor you? As January Capricorn, Jesus Christ 116er would do. I just was literally I was foreseeing it for you. I'm very good at that. Ask Kanye. I'm very good at foreseeing shit like Raven-Symoné. And look at Raven-Symoné's name. Her name is Raven-Symoné. And remember, like in the Game of Thrones, where the boy could see the vision, he was like, "Oh, go get the ravens, go get the ravens." So you got to understand that Raven-Symoné, and why she was seeing things, it all is connected to biblical shit too, because the raven is considered the person that sends the messages and all that shit. Like, I don't know exactly what the raven. Rocky Masato, God has no favorites. Okay, because you're not one. Sorry. Like, it's not for everybody. So when you say stuff like that, I can understand your point of view. I don't disrespect your point of view. Your point of view is accurate for people like you. Like, he ain't fucking with everybody. So your point of view, your experience, you feel like he don't have no favorites. Your point of view, you feel like he don't have no favorites. My point of view, oh, nigga fucks with. Nigga got favorites. God got favorites. My point of view, God got favorites, okay? Understand that. A lot of people understand. Look how happy we be for no fucking reason. He got favorites. You understand what I'm trying to say? So for your point of view, I understand that. It was you remind Rocky Masari. This probably ain't the channel for you. This is for Negroes, the chosen people, Negroes from the land that y'all all pile up in. The area that y'all all pile the fuck up in, the golden ticket. Watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and see how y'all most of these people eat nothing but cabbage and soup and shit. You understand what I'm saying? They over there eating monkey meat. They over there eating scorpions on a stick. Don't say God don't got fucking favorites, cause that don't sound like he's not treating. That don't sound like they got the best end of the stick in life. You understand what I'm saying? But when you come over here, you gotta understand shit is lit. Shit is fucking lit over here. Shit is lit. Shit is lit. Did God do all of this? So why would God give these niggas scorpions and monkey meat to eat and Camelback? Niggas is eating Camelback. Look, do you want me to? I don't got enough time to show you how a lot of these people are living in other countries. Look, they making shit on the floor, bro. This nigga eating peanut brittle. He like, what? Negroes don't understand how they do shit in other countries. Negroes be looking like, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. Cause God got favorites. We don't understand that shit. We thinking they all live like us. But when you go another, what's his name? What's your name? Rocky Masari. Are you from America? Are you here? Do you live here? So you gotta understand, when you live somewhere the fuck else and you see them making shit on the floor, or when you see them cooking Camelback, or when you see them eating scorpion doodoo and shit like that, don't say God don't got favorites. He made all of this. This shit is all done by God. This is God's creation. This is all his work. You understand what I'm saying? And guess who the fuck is indigenous from here? Guess who grows out the ground from here? I'm gonna give you a hint. It ain't them Asians, and it's not them $5 Indian Asians, them Japanese crazy people that come over here bombing and flooding, playing with the dams. It's not them. You know that history is all about just y'all trying to steal our shit. You know, all this history that y'all teach us is just trying to program us out our shit, out of us being the favorite. You know that history is all about trying to program us out of us being the fucking favorite. To tell you the truth, when you look at the Garden of Eden, they tell you everything outside of the Garden of Eden, and did not show you the map. Did not show you the map of where Edenburg is. Then we show you the map of where Edenburg and all the royalty people are. Look at the name of our states and look at the name of the royalty. I'll wait for you. Google it. Look at all the names of the royal people and look at the names of our states. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you mean it's no favorites? You might not think it's no favorite because are you part of the Garden of Eden? When you look at the Bible and they explain to you anything outside of the Garden of Eden was undisclosed. They didn't know what the fuck that was, and that's why they flooded that shit. And it just got flooded again. They still in the flood right now. They working in the water, right? They going to work in 2 feet of water, walking around in water. You didn't see the people, they swimming in the water. Somebody was fighting I saw somebody fighting a fish or something the other day. They was fighting a fish in the water. Chinese people, and this is in front of their crib. The water was up to the window. The water was up to the window. You ain't got to say nothing. I'm explaining to you how, so you could have a great insight. You ain't got to say anything unless how you want to explain that they all flooded in over here and you're nothing but safe. It's sad that you don't understand that. Why don't you go to these other countries? I bet you can't even get there well because it's very condemned right now. A lot of places are very condemned right now. And a lot of people that's from other countries trying to get in here real fucking bad. You know, they paying and leaving family members. They saying they going like this to their cousins and they aunts and their mothers like, I got a ticket. Like, what the fuck? Like, you not get that? And then you guess who backs they going on? They going on our back, so that's why I don't care what I say. They program us to cheat us out of our inheritance. When I showed you the videos of those people when all those Russian and German people came over here pretending that they just popped up on Coney Island and they just popped up on Ellis Island. When all those people just popped up over here, they was coming for fucking salvation. They was coming for savior over here. This is where they get saved at. So why aren't they as blessed as us? Because we should be wanting to get over there. We don't want to we don't want to go nowhere near there. You're never going to see a Negro nowhere but here. We understand blindly that ain't shit out here. Outside of us. We know blindly. We don't even have to fucking go. We understand clearly in our minds, in our soul, and connected to the ground that we go nowhere else but here. you might not have that connection. It might not be there for you. And then people act like they don't understand it. Son, it's a lot of neutrons, electrons. Like, y'all don't have it. Y'all only know how to kill, steal, and do grimy shit. Like with no remorse. It'd be nothing there to feel bad about. Like America pride themselves, or these white people pride themselves on coming here and murdering a bunch of Indians. Even if the Indians, those people that claim they Indians were the real Indians, right? Even though they were murdering a bunch of Negroes. Even if it was Indians that they said they killed. Is that something to brag about in history? To say, hey, we cleared the whole, they basically say they cleared the whole America out. They cleared it out. Kill all the Indians. There's barely any Indians left. That's what the story is, right? Which we all know is bullshit. They just don't want to let you know that this whole area full of Negroes is the people that really was killing, and you can't kill all of us. So you give us fake ass stories and say, oh, well, y'all was this and y'all was that, but can't prove it. They got plenty of pictures. They got plenty of pictures and evidence of ships of them coming over here, but they got plenty of pictures of a bunch of Negroes being taken over here. Just a bunch of immigrants, bunch of Africans, a bunch of white people. You're never going to see a shitload of Negroes alive on the boat coming over here for salvation. You're never going to see that. And there should be some type of footage of that because they got footage of everything fucking else. So you got to fucking figure out what you're talking about, because no one's going to come over on my channel and gas up none of my Negroes and tell them we're not favorized. And we're favorized because we're the original type. We're the original people. And everybody outside of the Garden of Eden, Edenburg, is just a mere carbon copy. It's just like a watered down specimen of our pure breed. Okay? You understand that? So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, Eve is a carbon copy of Adam. She's made of his rib and shit. Like, he didn't even make Eve from scratch. Eve came out of scraps of Adam. Scraps. The scraps she was given. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I ain't going to explain that no more. Come to my history classes. Come to my lectures. I go in and I continue to go in to bring Negroes back to life. The ones that are a little bit confused, or a lot of these people already know the story. I just like to come up and let the platform, because I know I'm being watched. I like to let the platform know that we know. We are in the know. They all knew. They all have our information. They all have our history, and they feed us with this bullshit information, education in these public schools. Private schools and shit don't even teach people the same shit they teach us in public schools. It's all propaganda. So, I just come up here just to make sure that the word is out, that we are fully fucking aware of what we are, who we are, and why everybody wants to be here. And that we are indigenous to here. No Japanese fake blackface Indians were indigenous to here. They're not from the South. They're not old Southern money. All the money comes from the South. We're all Southern money. It starts here. Okay, so anyway, like, share, and subscribe, guys. I'm getting out of here. I'm a little tired. I want to get some sleep. It's gonna be a long week for me. Hopefully I'll be back up here soon. If not next week, I'm gonna come back up the next following week. So I can keep spreading the word. I want Kanye, Young Pharaoh, and all of them to continue to watch my show and keep taking my content and using it for their greater of the good sacrifice. Trying to still keep people entertained with their bullshit, and look how he's still with the same people he said he was going against. So just know that it's because their empire is falling, and they're trying to see how they can salvage their empire, because everything is starting to become independent. Everybody's starting to have their own little platforms on TikTok, this and that. We got the sweatshop people selling shit on the side now. They cutting throat. So a lot of these people are no longer making the money they used to make. And that's the only issue they really have. They just want to continue to stay on top so they can keep eating the best foods and living in the best places and keep living off of our heritage, off of our inheritance, our family. The Negro invented everything. You're never going to find no inventions that wasn't from the American Negro. You're never going to find no places that was beautifully built in architecture that was not built by the Negro slave. None of these people built it. It's all us. It was all our doings. Anything that they did outside of here is from our blueprints. Everything was copied from us. If you could see in other countries, they build with concrete. They don't build with bricks and They build with concrete because that's the resources they have out there. And they can't really build high rises. They can't really build because you can't build on sand. You can't build on islands, little mini islands, because eventually it's going to sink. Eventually it will destruct itself. And they started to realize that when they was doing it. And then 30 years in, you get a Leaning Tower, you get all these ruins, all these things falling down because it does not withstand, because they don't live in firm land. Only firm land is where we are at. And this is our shit. We indigenous to here. We grow just like Chinese people grow in China, just like Latin people grow in Latin, just like Arabs grow over there. Negroes grow out of here. We don't grow nowhere the fuck else. And this is where everything is at. Landmarks is here to stay. We got the best kind of resources. We got the best builders. We don't build with concrete. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, do your fucking research and stop playing with my people here. I don't want you spreading that kind of stupid shit. Cause I know y'all want to make people think that, but it's not fucking accurate. That's you just gonna have to. The truth hurts, and y'all gonna have to let that shit sting. And y'all can be negative all y'all want about it, cause that's probably how y'all became negative electrons. Y'all probably became negative electrons because y'all don't want to accept y'all fate and just be okay with being number 2. And then your Latin cousins don't like being the Ouija and them don't like being number 3. But if it was no such thing as number 1, number 2, or number 3, why does they have it in all these contests? Why do they have it in all these, like the U.S. The Olympics and shit like that? Why is it first place, second place, and third place if there's no such thing? If there's no such thing, why is the concepts here? Why do we have these kind of concepts where you could be first place, second place, third place? Like, it's not that's built off of life. Everything that we do is built off of life, of a natural life, of a spectating natural life is where they get these games and all of these contests and all these competitions from. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. Just don't fall for the psyops. They just want your mind, because they know when they take your mind, your body will follow. Okay, your body is nothing but a outer shell of what's the real goods. The goods is the inside. We got the good DNA. We got the goods. We got the best DNA strands. And that's on the inside. So they want to play around with your heart, your head, because it goes hand in hand, right? Your heart and your mind, it works and talks together to keep your outer shell moving. So they know when they take over your heart and your mind, they know your body and your vessel will follow. So I'm just trying to always keep your mind tight, keep your heart close to your loved ones, and you will be okay. And I think that's what we always practice. And I just want to put it on a bigger platform to let them know that we're nowhere near the stereotypes that they put us as. We're not the West Indian people that be doing whatever they want to do. We are not the same people. We know who the fuck we are, and we're going to make sure that we continue to talk about it. If you don't know my platform, you could check other people. If you don't like my platform, you could check other people's platforms out, like Coffee and Kush, Kevin Gills. You could check Copper Empress. I have her name because I was like, I'm not saying her name right. And I do want to say her name right. Let me see if I can find it. I have her name in here because I was like, I'm not saying it right. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, so check out their channels. They do great jobs doing. I like to pop shit and stuff. Like, I'm not really like the person that's going to give you mad articles. Because if you want to do the articles and stuff, fine. But I like to just be like, naturally telling people, like, listen, you don't even have to be book smart, because literally books be telling you one thing, and then you got to take the good and leave the bullshit. And if you don't know how to, and they teach you that in school, where when you get your math problems or whatever and word problems, they want you to sift out the important things that explains to you how you're going to set this math problem up. Because everything is very mathematical, because mathematics is only one answer. And if you start to go wrong, you have to start all over, because it's only one correct answer in math. That's why math and everything goes hand in hand, and that's why we're so magically inclined with architect and things like that, where we be so precise, because it all goes in hand together. So yeah, just check out these people pages. If you can't really get with my rants, you can always really educate yourself. They give a lot of good articles. They give a lot of good information, because their computers work way better than mine. So they give you a lot of articles and things that you could really watch and understand why we say what we say. Because I saw like some black guy on the Gematria guy. Some black guy was like, "Oh, what's this thing?" He was like African or French descent, Haitian, Jamaican, whatever, French, African, Indo-European, across the waters. And he was just all, kissing up this white guy's butt. And the white guy was loving that he was saying all this fucked up shit like, oh, what's the deal with these black people saying, oh, the chosen? Nobody's chosen. All of us is God's children. And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, no one's saying you're not God's children. He's saying he don't like some of y'all. Some of y'all is killing and stealing, and he don't believe in that. He don't want you killing his children. So at the end of the day, he don't fuck with y'all. So that's what that's about. We're not saying that we're all not God's children. We're saying that some of God's children out here killing and stealing and being weirdos. And he sees it. Like, what the fuck? Which I don't get. So, so he's over there like, oh, I don't get this. And he's like, oh, what? They're just mad because we outsmarted them. That's what he tried to say. So you telling me outsmarting people is coming over here and murdering the shit out of them and shooting women and children and men just shooting and murdering women and children, going to their homes in mobs and murdering them in cold blood, children, women. Even Scarface said no fucking women and children, bro. Even a drug dealer, big time drug dealer like Scarface said no fucking women and children, nigga. And what did that white guy do? That white guy sent niggas to come kill Scarface because he wanted him to kill women. And he just wanted the job to get done. So what part I don't get, that God ain't going to like that kind of person. God ain't going to like that kind of person that sent Scarface to kill this guy, even if he had to kill the kid and the woman. You understand what I'm trying to say? Do you not get that? Majority, you understand what I'm saying? And the guy that was on Gematria is going to say that they outsmarted us. Murdering and killing people is outsmarting somebody? Nah, that's not outsmarting no fucking body. They are nowhere near smarter than us. That's why they had to get rid of. That's why they had to murder and erase and get rid of. Because they're too stupid. They're too stupid to do it on their own regards to where they're from. And when we tried to go and help them, they said, fuck the help. We just going to come over here and just take your shit. God don't like y'all. God don't like ugly. He don't like it. He didn't like young Pharaoh's ugly mouth. Look at his mouth now. You better cream it up. Put some cream on your mouth, Musardi. Put some fucking cream on your mouth too, okay? Don't get upset. You're upset in Toto. And I'm gonna let Toto loose. I'm gonna let that nigga get you. Alright? We out, Toto. Alright, we out. Alright, love y'all. Everybody that stayed with me, I always try to do this for us. This is for us, okay? So thanks for staying with me. Enjoy the rest of you guys' night. Like, share it as much as you can. Like it as much as you can so it could be, sent out into the world. The message could be spreaded, whether people like it or not. The truth is not about like. It's about getting the truth out. It's not about you liking it, okay? So enjoy the rest of you guys' night. Later.